Anyway, let's start this game before we get out of hand. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Asian's Return. Tonight we're playing a game, a story campaign set in Frostmark's universe, and with the mechanics as well, everything created by Marc. There's a content warning for tonight of bad language, perhaps some gore, and what do I usually say? Bad topics discussed in roleplay.
Heavy topics.
Yeah.
There
we
go. Bad topics. They're bad. How dare you talk about bad topics?
Evil topics. Yeah, then with me I have the sassy crew with me of wonderful players.
That's us.
I got Emo Kid Acronym played by Aspen. Hello,
okay, so the names are just gonna be roasted now.
No,
okay, I get it.
The mysterious Ginevra, our priestess of Rion.
That's not a roast. Mysterious.
I just wanted to do it to you and then move on with the normal. Hello, welcome, Lola.
Hello.
We got our heretical scholar from Malgrave, Titania, played by Lynn. Hello, welcome.
Hi.
And then the enigmatic Mr. Styrian, played by Adriano. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
And then, okay, what happened last time, gang?
Oh boy, lots and lots of talking, and then also
interrogation,
an out of order boy. That happened as well. Let's see. Yeah, we the bush rustling cliffhanger ended up being a rich asshole named Coilen, who came to us asking to be taken across the mountain pass so he could get back to his family. We kind of like, because he's like, you guys have the papers and I don't want to wait months here, and we were like, okay, let's talk. And so we talked for a while.
I think it was more I've run out of funds to get back home and I'm out of ability to make money to get back home.
No, specifically,
specifically,
no one is allowed to go through the pass, so he's stuck
Without
here.
proper
and decided,
documentation.
Yeah, but he still didn't have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he
left.
said he was like selling his own wares or whatever.
Yeah, because he's been surviving in the tent village trying to find a way through. Yeah.
I see. Okay. Sorry to interrupt, just clarifying things for my own notes.
It wasn't rugs and blankets there, right?
What?
What?
It wasn't rugs and blankets.
Oh, no, he wasn't selling rugs and blankets. No.
It was vodka.
If he did and I gave him my money, I'm gonna find him and murder him later.
So we interrogated him, got some information about what's going on across the pass, and that now the Stormlord is being praised over there on, demand of the Ravenmoors. And they're building churches to the Stormlord everywhere, and they've got their own kind of priest equivalents in the Storm Witches. But beyond that, we don't really know much about what the Stormlord is and teaches, etc., what they teach about them. And that they are doing it's now illegal for people to move out of that area of Oldwood. And there's no laws anymore. Just show your loyalty to the powers that be, and basically by giving us your money, and everything else is take what you want and do what you want if you can get away with it. With people kind of roaming around, gangs roaming around, that enforce that law of fealty. And checks at the pass for priests and other things, basically just to get as much money out as possible. You can do anything and go anywhere if you got the money, basically. If you don't got the money, can't do shit. You're just going to get killed or robbed or both.
Exploited.
Yeah, and on that topic, when we sent him off, Ginevra asked to get makeup, presumably for her soul mark.
Yeah, I completely forgot I asked that, and now I don't have it, which is great.
Yeah, well,
We're
things
kind of
happened.
ambushed.
Things happened.
Yeah, but
Guys,
he was there at the
wake up,
end. I could have been like, where the
Mr.
fuck's my
Pete,
makeup?
Yeah, then we had the Acheron and Medea conversation, which I don't even know if I want to be the one describing that. I feel like it's not my place.
Go for it, that's
Acheron, after being Acheron in true Acheron fashion and kind of pressing the merchant a little bit, and then being told you're not allowed to be in this conversation anymore if you're going to act like that, essentially.
Oh yeah.
Acheron got put in the timeout corner and decided, you know what, fine, I'll go break up with my girlfriend instead. And went to have a genuine heart-to-heart with Medea, where they expressed that they couldn't deal with the half measures and uncertainties anymore because they still loved Medea, but the trauma from their very fucked up relationship and her subsequent death was still very fresh for them, so they needed to know if this was a thing that was happening or they had to completely not be like romantic at all, because Acheron doesn't like complicated. And after some more heartfelt confessions and crying, Medea eventually admitted that the promise of an afterlife, the one that she was after, mattered more to her than any worldly relationship. And so they both called it quits. And then Acheron went to Titania and cried.
Yeah.
Because, ouch.
And while that was happening, Titania tried to get to know Miron better, both for personal reasons and as a follow-up to the conversation she had with Acheron earlier regarding, like, we need to actually bother to make some friends here.
But in reality, Meulen got to know you a lot better.
Yeah, because you rambled at him.
Yeah. And honestly, I want people, if people know Titania, then good.
Yeah.
Because that means they have a chance of understanding her. Yeah, Titania talked just a lot about that she wanted to make her intentions clear to people who are very devout. That she does not want to hurt them. She's just trying to do what she believes is right and what she believes will be the best for the most people. And Miron says that, like, hey, you don't have all the information. Do you really think that you are doing what's best here? And because I think that people who have the most information at the top are doing their best with that information. And Titania's like, if there's information being withheld, that seems a little bit suspicious, because at present it seems like there's a bit of an ulterior motive going on with our upper classes, you know? And that led her down into a spiral of self-learning about class war. After that, she kind of fell out of the conversation and left Miron and was like, I need to go think. And then went to hug Acheron.
Yeah. And following that, Ginevra approached Meulen and wanted to discuss more. After hearing the kind of information from Coalesce, a bit more worried, and kind of wanted to discuss more clearly what the plans were once we got to the other side, how we plan to get past these roving bands, and what specifically we're actually trying to achieve by visiting, so that she can try and approach it in the most effective way. And some cryptic words were exchanged, some mystery, and then they both went to bed, but separately.
No. Okay. Wow. Yeah, and then you wake up by silence calling out that there's a stampede incoming.
Yeah, that was something. That was.
As 20
Both me and Acheron have lost. Well, not really. Well, we kind of gave away our coin purses in response.
Well, in very different circumstances.
Yeah. I literally yeeted mine to get some of the people who were stampeding us to stop stampeding us.
Did you Jurassic Park T-Rex them? With your coin purse.
Oh god. Yeah. And then you hold the line. There's a bit of a bloodbath where some people die. Osprey.
Two people? Two people? Hopefully.
Yeah,
I don't think
Osprey
it was a
just
lot.
brought people down very close to death. I think it was only 2, yeah.
Because I think one was Dennis by accident, and Osprey killed someone on purpose. I think she killed 2 people, maybe.
But I really want to
bitch.
read Lola's lines because they're so funny. This Osprey is a bloodthirsty bitch who saw that coming. Dennis also killed a guy, but at least he felt super bad for it and made sure the unconscious didn't drown. And
Dennis is an alright guy.
Fucking sends me. I love that one.
God, yeah, Dennis and Ali are trying to do their best.
A healy thing and brings people up to consciousness enough so that they can hobble back and they're not just unconscious in the water.
And then Acheron has a secret conversation with Quaylin.
Acheron, and like I'll escort you out because you got kicked out of the going with us, pulls Quaylin off to the shore, the other bank or whatever, and it's like, hey, so I don't know what's up with my I don't know what's up with me today, but hey, so there's maybe another way across the mountain. It's super dangerous. These people are kind of slavers sometimes. It's a bit of a yikes, but desperate times, am I right, my guy? And basically told him where to find Jadrin, and was like, I don't know, this man might be able to help you if you got the money because you're a salesman and I think you can be persuasive enough to maybe not get like captured in this endeavor. And then help gave him their personal money, which in the scope of having some of the extra money from before, it's not that much, but like, yeah, it was like help as much as Acheron could give to be like, here's to get you started. Please get back to your family. Yeah. Parents are important.
And he was very effusive with his thanks. It's a new word that Lola taught me. I read the session summary today. I'm like, what the fuck is effusive? And like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So thanks for that. Okay, then let's get into it, shall we?
Yes.
Yes. Oh god, that's a little bit too sad. Let's go put this one aside. Yeah, that's the right amount of sad.
Intrigue. Tension.
Perfect. Alright. You slowly walk up the dirt road that snakes back and forth up this very sharp slope towards the towers. If the road was flat, it would have been a quick affair, but it takes you the better part of 20 minutes to conquer it. Here on this side of the valley, all trees have been cut down for 2 purposes, you figure. The first one is simply building materials for all of this. The second, you realize, is visibility for the 2 towers looming above your heads. As you get closer and closer to the gates and the defenses, you see, sticked into the tough shrubs just beside your path, is a 12-pointed star? No, you realize. A crude sun symbol of Rion, created through wooden sticks. The top arm is different. As you get closer, you notice, instead of a stick, it is a blood-stained arrow. And tied to it is a piece of what would have been a dirty white linen once upon a time, now mostly brown and red, it too stained heavily with blood. Anything you wanna, pause, say here on the slope?
Did you say so the kind of top point is a bloodstained arrow with a bloodstained piece of cloth on top of it?
Okay, let me do more doodles.
Yeah, doodle time.
Doodles.
Painting with Bex.
Woo! Alright, okay.
My favorite part of the stream.
Like 12 pointed, and then the top one here is the arrowhead. And then tied to it, like
tied to it,
and like blowing in the wind is this.
Okay.
Piece of cloth.
Is this a symbol any of us recognize?
That's what I was wondering. Yeah.
Not necessarily just the 12-pointed thing, because I'm assuming that's just seems Rihanna-ish in nature. But I mean, the tying a red bloody thing to something.
I think it's just a warning that Rihanna-ish worshippers aren't welcome here.
Well, most of the time when it comes to burial stuff, it's usually it's fire, and then you get like an urn with the ashes of your family that you can either have in your house or you can have in like a mausoleum of some sort to, show that you're more wealthy than the other person. So it's a little bit unusual to see like something like this instead.
From my time in Oldwood, does this like symbolize some like crossover between another tribe that has something to do with an arrow and a banner, and they're like kind of layered on top of each other?
Make me an intelligence check, because of your knowledge of the area. 5. Okay. We haven't really heard of any specific tribe doing this or people, so you're a little bit unsure.
Is there any cloth, or is it just completely plain?
Said it was dirty and like it used to be dirty linen, now it's
dirty white linen, and now it's like
it's just plain dirty white linen.
Brownish with like old blood.
Okay. Yeah, so it's not like clearly got a kind of a pattern as if it was some clothing or anything. Just white linen.
I'm going to assume this is a threat then.
Probably the safest thing to do.
Yeah, I guess Acheron will actually turn to Ginevra. And I guess for the sake of description and time, anyone who looks at them will notice these two things, but I guess Ginevra might specifically have seen. Other than the fact that their eyes, or like their face, like when someone's been crying all night, you can definitely tell. Yeah. It's one of those things. But also, Ginevra will probably notice that the necklace that holds the two sets of beads, the 6 red and 6 black, and the arrowhead is actually now on display out of the bag and just around their neck normally. So that's something new. But turn to Ginevra and look at the symbol again. And we'll say, I think this might be a threat. Did you happen to find a way to...
I was hoping that I would get at least some makeup to maybe do something, though I doubt that would have made much of a difference anyway. The stampede kind of interrupted that plan. So we're just going to have to go forward, do the best we can to not stick out.
Yeah, Colonel, look at the group.
We're all dressed fairly,
tall, white-haired man, gold eyes, no pupils, very tall lady.
Yeah, just gonna do the best we can.
I mean, you're dressed very normally, but you have energy. Energy, DM.
High presence.
You have a vibe.
Put all her hair up in like a bun, and then puts a hat over it, so it's just very like.
Yeah. Out of interest, Ginevra, what did you have planned for this makeup?
Just to cover up as much of the sign as I can, the symbol.
Well, model do a good enough job.
Yeah.
Too pale for that, and people. I think it's supposed to be like subtle.
I mean,
Dirt's
it's
rather
better than
subtle
nothing.
for these people.
We're trying not to stick out. Honestly, putting a little dirt on Putting a little dirt on your face.
Then I will stick out.
I'll put dirt on my face if you put dirt on yours.
The rest of your party has kind of gone a little bit ahead. Silo stops and like shouts back at you like, "Hey, slowpokes! What you doing? Get a move on."
Akron says very quietly to the group, "I'm gonna stab him."
Sorry, Titania, sorry, we're planning not to die. Yeah, it's all good. Thank you. We'll be there. Just a second.
Just 1 second. Okay.
To be
sure.
fair, I don't think we're gonna run into anyone going over the mountain, so you could save getting dirty for after if you want.
It's through the pass. They have checks. I mean, like I say, I don't think it's gonna matter, but I think they'll see through some dirt. But it's also gonna be better than nothing. So, what is the ground like? Is it dusty dirt? Is it muddy, or is it just stones? Is there any dirt that I can even get my hands on?
It's mostly covered in this shrubland, and since you're in the slope, I mean, there is a little bit of soil around, but it's rather dry.
Okay, then I can pour some of my water from my water skin onto it, and kind of
Don't need to
bring
do
it in
that.
my hands. Okay, I don't do that then.
You don't need to do that. I can take care of it for you if you wish.
How do you mean?
He holds up his gloved hand. Tricks.
Is that smart to do here?
Oh, yeah.
He looks around if anyone's watching.
They got those towers. I don't know.
It's hard to know. They're shadowed above
Maybe
you.
if we get out of line of sight of someone, but there are tricks. Easy tricks.
Is it a trick just to wet the mud?
No, I'll make you dirty enough.
Okay. I don't need to use them. So you're saying I don't need to use mud at all?
Let's catch up with Silas and I'll show you.
Yeah, the problem is that we can't get out of line of sight because they specifically got rid of trees so that they could see everything. So I want to avoid you using magic within view if I can just do it like this way. I'll just put I'll put some mud between my fingers and kind of place it along my face as if it's like I kind of wipe my face from being, tired, and you just kind of do that, but enough that it kind of covers there underneath the hat. And I have it down my neck, along my kind of hands, the areas where you can see up a little bit. And then, get back on the horse. Do I have to roll something
No,
to
we
see
don't have
how
horses.
well,
No horses.
how natural?
Which is something I was
we're just
ask
walking.
Aaron
Sorry.
about.
Yeah, we left our horses.
At which point,
Well,
Akron's gonna look around.
we shall see in the moment if it ever comes up. See how much is caked and what happens and how much moisture you're gonna work up.
Hey, Aaron. I gotta kind of look around a bit. Hey, Aaron. Did Marin convince you to leave Celia behind?
In a manner of speaking, yeah. But she'll be back, I'm sure.
No, Acheron's not pressing into that. Okay. Acheron's like, that one sounds spooky and magical. Acheron's letting that one go.
Yep, sounds about right.
Sounds very Aaron.
Disturbingly cryptic. At which point, Acheron continues, I guess.
Yeah, sorry, I missed it before when I asked whether I need to roll anything for how good, how natural I make it look and how well I cover it and everything, or if it's just...
We shall see when we get to the moment, depending upon what situation we go through. Depends upon some... Right. You can hear Silas kind of shout again, saying, "We don't have time for a spa day, ladies!" But
Acheron once again just mumbles, "I'm gonna stab him under their breath."
You still carry on.
I thought that one was quite funny.
catch up with the party. You finish another long, flat, long path, and then you do a quick turn, like slowly serpentining yourself up the slope. And with this other sharp bend and this long straight ahead of you, you see more of these wooden suns, now with various pieces of blood-stained cloth tied to them. One even has a hat sitting on top.
These feel more like. Do these feel more like graves?
Targeted right now.
Threats?
Yeah, these are graves. These are threat graves. These are priests that have come through that they fucking killed.
These are threats.
And one of them wore a hat because they thought the same thing I did. And I'm being told your hat ain't gonna work, bitch.
Does it sound like the Halloween yard decorations are like graves that says "You're next"?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Miron turns to you, and after looking upon it a little bit, he mumbles a little bit to himself. I see they've been busy. Yeah, I do believe that this is desperate people trying to make a run for it, probably in the night.
I see.
Clearly they didn't do a good job.
Now, well, when you got this kind of killing field, and you don't have the right training, it's quite hard to make this rush.
Can't imagine running from your life from something like that.
Well...
Sorry.
Wow.
I wasn't looking and then I just heard the boom.
You can't just drop that, Ajax.
There's like direct eye contact with any agent that'll like look at them.
There's an awkward silence and then you carry on walking. Yeah. Yeah.
So I am the only one that has mud on them right now.
Yeah.
Great.
I mean, if you ask nicely, Akron will also roll around in the dirt. I just don't think Akron has made the connection. Really.
You have to roll around, just come here.
Alright, Akron will... Sure, why not? Akron doesn't give a fuck.
Gently caresses your face. No, but she noticing the necklace and the puffy eyes will gently kind of do that kind of motion around the eyes as a kind of silent recognition, saying, you know, that I see this, but understanding that oftentimes it's not something everyone wants to talk about. And down her neck where the necklace is, holds onto it, looks at her, and moves on.
Karen will give you a small... There's no status, but it's genuine enough. A small smile, like also acknowledging that you've acknowledged this thing that has happened, and yeah, the former hostility that maybe was between them, like the previous day, at least on their end, seems to be, I would say on both ends, seems to be gone.
Yeah.
So.
Just me and Acheron.
Cool. Cool.
They're muddy bitches.
Aaron's usually generally grubby anyway.
Yeah. Except for his hair. Hair's always perfectly
I'm a sexy
Makes him
man.
a television.
Light and smooth as
sparkling in the wind.
Reminds you of a beautiful swan. Yeah.
Said
Maybe
with love,
it's
Adrian. Maybe he's bored with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Okay, let's focus up.
No.
Okay. Okay. You carry on this very sharp slope, and then as the road flattens out and turns directly towards the east, you're met by the thick wooden gates. Like down below, they have been sharpened to a painful end, but up here there are 2 rows of trees in this palisade, and a wooden walkway in between them that is heavily guarded. Gaze turned towards the east, however. There's quite a few hustle or bustle here. There's some Strasa that is eating an early breakfast to the side, and some moving between the towers or taking up, shifting their shifts with the people on the walls. But Meulen is immediately greeted by one of the Strasa, who says that you are all expected, and then barks out an order to have the wooden gate raised. An ox tied to a heavy cog and pulley system does the job, and the gate doesn't part in 2 or lips like you imagined, but instead slowly is pulled outward and up like a large flap. The weight is restless. You have already set your mind to this, and this feels like stalling. You notice that most of the Strasa here have now turned their curious gazes your way instead. And you also realize with an unsettled feeling that you have no idea how many eyes are upon you from the arrow slits above, casted in shadow both to your right and to your left. It becomes rather apparent that this gate does not open very often, and not just for anybody either. Before you can ponder upon this fact for too long, however, Meulen orders you all into motion as soon as the gate is properly lifted. And he starts to march out.
Follow.
Okay.
Yeah, just follow on through. Titania will and kind of keep head down, trying to look as inconspicuous as possible, but is glancing at our 2 muddy friends here.
Yeah, there's some curious glances that way, and then there's a mutter of man, these church people are sometimes strange.
Akron will fully give if looks could kill so many bodies, those types of glares daring them to look any longer if they make eye contact with anyone.
Okay, well, there's some who continue looking because they're just surprised at your hostility, some that looks away, and some that turn defiant. It's like a mixed kind of result.
Good.
Okay. But you all welcome through, as the ox bellows with effort behind you, and the sound of wood brushing against wood as the gate closes with a thud of finality. You look upon the path ahead. You don't know what you were expecting, but certainly not this. More of the serpentine road as below, but encaged by these 2 rocky ridges towering over you on your left and right, that creeps closer and closer as the path goes upwards. Close to the zenith, or you hope, of this large, tiresome, bothersome hill you must climb, clouds and light fog obscure the rest of the path ahead in a soft blanket of grey.
Aaron sighs and says, "Looks like rain. I hope it's not going to become treacherous on the path as we climb."
Of all days for it to rain, not a good one.
I think treacherous is going to be a constant for a long time. Seems like it started a long time ago anyway. Wouldn't make much of a difference.
I mean,
Has been par for the course, hasn't it?
the weather can be unpredictable, but storms are best weathered together, right?
Right.
It starts to get a little too much. You do have rope. Mind your footing. Keep your eyes out. And he gestures with his shield to the rocky overhangs above. People could be watching.
People are always watching.
Meulen definitely concurs and says, It's not the time to let our guard down. Now the real job begins.
Aye.
But it's worth. I'd rather be on this side. I'd rather be on the outside of the mountain than the other side.
Peculiar. We don't have the time to chat. We have this hill to conquer.
Alright, let's do this.
Resolute sigh, trudge on.
Actually, a question for you, Bexxy.
Mm-hmm.
Did Akron's training include stuff like knot tying and like climbing knots and stuff?
Well, your job and education does include like entry and exit. So, you know,
Okay.
grappling hooks.
Just making sure for my thing. Now, Akron realizing this, I think, because so much has fucking been going on, we'll turn to the other three and we'll be like,
Literally, I was having the same idea. Because my next thing was gonna be, Titania, with her -2 strength and her noble sensibilities, looks down at her Mountaineer's kit and realizes she has no idea what she's doing.
I think, just the two of them have the both of them just look at Titania's Mountaineer kit at the exact same moment and then look up at each other. Everyone's like, you don't know how to tie any of these, do you?
No. I fully admit that.
But I
need
will
one person
say,
who does.
I will remind you that this is the pass, meaning that this is a commercial road in between two different types of accounts.
Yeah, but we know
it's
that
a workable wagon and horse road for now.
We're getting ready.
Yeah, we're gonna
it's better to be prepared beforehand.
At some point, and if Boy Scouts has taught me anything, it's don't learn knots the day you have to tie them. That's just a recipe for disaster, and you're gonna fuck up.
Okay.
This is the first moment where, like, Titania's -2 to strength is really gonna be a big deal, and I'm so excited. -2 to bronze, sorry.
Some strong boys in the group that can help.
Constitution.
Yeah,
So Akron
-1
will,
brawn, -1 con.
We'll offer to teach also. Akron's almost positive Aaron knows this, but obviously Aaron's included in the invitation. But we'll ask Ginevra if she also would like lessons as we walk in how to tie important knots.
Sure.
Aaron knows how to do this already.
Yeah. But like rank 2 in survival, you should know the basic knots.
Yeah. So Akron will try to teach those two as we walk. That way they can get some practice, and it's also something to like keep us all busy as we just fucking walk.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, because tying knots conversation isn't something that is full of crucial information. It keeps your hands and your minds occupied.
Yes, but speaking of walking, I do want everyone who has Vitality 10 and below to make me a Vitality saving throw.
Really?
Why
are we not walking an hour?
It's a chilly mountain.
No, you're basically continuing a really hard upwards.
I see.
Yeah, it's sharp, a sharp slope.
I always forget that Titania has more vitality than Acheron. That just doesn't seem right.
Listen, it started at an 8. We're lucky it's a 10.
Oh my god.
Okay, could be worse.
Oh god, Medea actually has to make one.
Medea?
Did you say 10 and below or below 10?
10 and below.
If you have 10, you roll. Yeah. Cool.
Oh boy. I am out of
legs and Acheron.
I am out of premonition rolls for the day. I do need to say that as well.
Acheron has oh god.
Okay. I have a 10.
Yeah, Acheron
But
has
I have like wicked athletics
wanna get
though.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's fast enough, so she doesn't need to worry about
I don't know if that would save me because I do have three points in athletics.
Consider, I mean, you're good at short bursts of controlled body movements.
Stamina.
This is stamina.
No, listen, it's been tough, okay? I'm going through some shit.
Yeah, and you only got those stubby little legs to carry you along.
5'0" Acheron.
Okay, okay. Well, Tia has Vitality 12?
Titania has a vitality of 14.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
We just need health, bro.
Yeah, we're really deceptive in what we're actually.
Yeah, I made Titania's vitality and resolve good because she has terrible composure.
I see.
So.
Well,
yeah.
anyway, all right. It's a very tiresome climb for specifically Acheron. It shows on, Medea, Osprey, and Ginevra as well. But you attempt to start this not kind of lesson, and then in the end, a few minutes, you just busy breathing and managing the burn in your calves. Cold sweat is ripe on many of foreheads and back, yet it is just a promise of what is to come. A short water break is had as you reach the zenith, then a short walk along the apex of the hill, which is incredibly moist, as you're basically standing inside of a very low cloud. It is not much visibility either, and the world around you is just grey and stony. It's a little bit slippery, and only by the grace of Acheron's great dexterity and athletics you make it through, but that pounding heart and a little bit of a dizzy kind of head didn't make it easy for you. It is a welcome change, nonetheless, and soon the road rapidly slopes downwards instead, and another kind of effort is before you. Climbing upwards made you warm, activated your core and your legs. Trampling downwards results in a shockwave of impact rocking through your body with every step you take. The sweat returns to the aforementioned individuals, not to anyone's surprise, but all that effort and discomfort is in an instant forgotten as the mist and the cloud breaks apart to reveal a brilliant vista before you. A valley. This one enclaved by brilliant mountain tops dusted with white snow. The valley floor far below is covered in tough grass and bushes. Gone now are any sight of trees. A brisk wind takes you, swirls your hair and ruffles your clothing. Somehow, even if it carries no smell, it still tastes unbridled nature, purity, isolation, unrestraint, and the promise of danger, all at the same time. But there is something else here. A tickling feeling in the back of your heads, too elusive to be caught, yet still felt, like that of the unfettered wind. It feels like freedom. Like a lid had been lifted from your shoulders and your hearts. Even the cynical Acheron is now left, is not left unaffected. There is something powerful sizzling through the air. Is it leaving Allwood behind? Is it the loneliness before you, the discard of civilization? Or is it simply the magnificence of the view that stirs something primal within you? You breathe deep of the fresh mountain air. The sky above feels like you could inhale the entire universe. But the moment of magic eventually breaks as Meulen orders you to continue walking.
Ginevra would take that deep, long breath. There's a wide, kind of eyes closed, wide smile across her lips as she kind of raises her hands into the air to feel the wind between her fingers.
Yeah.
And snaps back as Meulen says so.
As we walk, Titania will comment, not really in any particular direction, but just looking out over the view will be like, you know, it's as much as I love the research, this is also one of the better parts of getting to explore the continent.
It's good to be on the road again.
Alright. It's quiet tonight. Damn.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm winded. I don't know what you want from me.
It's sometimes happiness is quite uneventful, I think. Sometimes you just like to sit and enjoy it.
Damn, what a nice quote. Put that like live, laugh, love font.
Casimir morning.
Shut up and enjoy it, stupid.
Alright.
I suppose Aaron will, as you mentioned it, that it feels like freedom, or we're not quite sure individually exactly what this feeling is entailing. Aaron is gonna.
Haha, it's not just me.
It's been a week. Give me a break. He'll. If we're taking a brief pause here as we look over the vista, he will crouch down, on his haunches, and putting one hand on the ground as he looks out over the vista. And he will feel the breathing of the land. And in a sense almost channel, as if touching the land in which he had come from the mountains so long ago. And whisper a word and he will channel a firebolt into the rock below.
Make me a composure check, please.
What?
What?
I was just doing a symbolic gesture. What?
Yeah, I know.
Don't make me roll.
Stone
Composure.
mimic.
Check. Okay. Not prepared. Sorry, guys.
Can't give us
good.
that speech and not expect to check. Come on. Oh man.
Composures.
Carry
So
on.
yeah, composure.
Yeah.
You must feel quite at home.
Noted. Carry on.
So you say something to Aaron?
Yeah,
Oh.
Ginevra kind of turns to you and said, you must feel quite at home here.
Oh, why do you say that?
Just the land. Roaming. Mountains.
It's been a while since I've been in the mountains. It was
Is it-
just... I was just saying hello again.
Does it say anything back?
Not today. He'll stand up and leave a scorch mark where he put his hand and pull his satchel back closer to his back and says, it's a good day for some exercise though, right?
Mm.
And strides off with power and confidence. Like, this isn't a breeze. Like, not a problem. Whatever.
Yeah. And she'll call after you. I'll keep an ear out on the breeze for you. She seems to be a bit more outgoing, I guess, a bit more extending out of herself in this kind of scene.
Titania, in this moment, actually, as we continue to walk, will be like kind of waddle up to Aaron, kind of running to catch up with him, and being like, I don't know if this is intrusive, but I was just watching what you did, and if I may ask, is that a ritual of some kind where you were from? It would seem very spirit. I hope it's not. This is invasive, but is that a spiritual practice of some kind where you're from? I'd love to learn more.
I wouldn't say it's where I'm from. Tia, I mean, I don't know. The mountains and I have got a little bit of history recently, and I don't know. Something came over me. I just thought it was appropriate.
Well,
I'm sorry, it's nothing more than that, but...
Well, that's actually an interesting thing about what I do, is that not only are there cultural, societal rituals, but a lot of people have their own individual practices. And that's just as worthwhile, so thank you for sharing. Thank you for being comfortable enough to do that in front of us. And she will go back to, like, to Acheron and be, like, mountaineering, and be like, kind of give a little wave to Aaron.
Gives a resolute nod and goes.
Still half-winded.
All right, Kaya.
Acheron just gives you like a half glare.
That was a rhetorical question of a conversation starter.
No.
I understand.
I hate the fucking mountains. I take it back. This is the worst thing. You remember when I said I hate this job? This is the worst fucking job you have ever accepted. And we are never coming back to Oldwood.
That first part, very true. Though I will admit I'm still interested in coming back to Oldwood. I hate you're absolutely right. Can I help you in any way? I'm gonna cast guidance on Acheron for their next check.
Oh yeah, I remember now. With the moisture, when you walk through like the cloud and the sweat, like the mud is where it dried, it's not dry anymore. It is now moist with sweat and other moisture, so it's a little bit uncomfortable and stuffy.
But yeah, I guess Acheron, whenever you need to make another of those vitality checks, I'll just give you guidance. So.
Thank you. Yeah, Acheron just like looks like. I think it's significant more in the fact that they're not hiding how like dreadful they're feeling about this fucking height. They're having. There's no enjoyment to be found.
And on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, there's Ginevra doesn't seem to care at all about the mud, and if she feels that we're now in a space where there aren't people around, we'll take off her hat, and the hair that she had kind of wrapped up to try and hide underneath just falls down and flows as she kind of almost skips along the path with the wind. Yep, just kind of flowing freely.
Very nice. Okay. We finished the trek down into the valley, and then on the valley floor. And from your 13 days of knowing each other, and I've checked, this is the most beautiful lunch you have had so far. As you sit by this central stream running through the valley, settle down in some dry shrublands, and on top of a few kind of smooth rocks that grow some green and grey moss. The sun takes a sneak peek through the cloud cover to warm your faces. A few insects start to buzz around you, some tough mountain bees visiting small standalone white flowers such as alpine butterwort, buttercup, and avens, to clusters of purple blossoms like moss campion, rosebay, and saxifrog. The slightly teal color of the water you sip on from the stream is divinely fresh. Even Osprey's constant frown of disapproval and boredom has changed to a clear gaze of subdued peace.
Akron's absolutely just like laying down, like on the ground somewhere while lunch goes on. Like after eating, we'll just like fucking chill out. Akron's fucking tired. They're just like laying back. Just like absolutely half dead at this point. But like also like, yeah, it's peaceful enough. Might as well just like fucking kick back.
Kai, take a nap. You get like solid 20 minutes before we have to go.
20 more minutes, Mom.
I look so tempted though by that offer. Like Tia says nap, and Akron's like, God.
Like you're literally the fastest. You're literally the fastest eater out of all of us. Everybody else is still eating. You could take a nap.
I mean, Akron just throws a look at the other agents and then turns back to you. And you have maybe the sudden memory of Akron's rule of I don't sleep when there's enemies nearby.
That's fair, yeah.
It's Minecraft rules.
You cannot sleep now. There are monsters nearby.
Lol. Cannot fast travel.
No, yeah, Akron rarely
Too
will sleep if they fear danger. But, you know, we'll at least, you know, close their eyes.
Titania will sit right next to you, just trying to make you feel more comfortable.
Oh, you're saying next time they're just gonna put their head in your lap.
Oh,
Your lap's mine now.
Well, I can't move. It's like having a cat in my lap.
Exactly. Doesn't even ask for permission, just does it. Just lays down, repositions, puts their head in your lap, and closes their eyes, and you're not moving for the rest of this lunch.
Does this count as a short rest, by the way?
Yeah. Spend an hour.
I get my spell slots back. Woo! Just need to ask, because I spent 3 spell slots on the last bite. Okay.
True.
Oh, did you spend anything for Akron? Sorry, Aaron? Jesus, okay.
No, I did a firebolt and a bunch of wrestling. How's that?
About a bunch of rustling?
Yeah. You knocked some people, you know. And
Oh,
shoved
okay,
people
okay.
and stuff like that.
We didn't reveal your sword, though, so I don't know if that's a limited summon.
Mhm.
Yeah. I was about to intimidate people with your summoned sword, and then Aspen reminded me that you probably don't want the agents to see it. So I was like, nope, that makes total sense. Let's intimidate with fire.
Gotcha, thank you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is your sword a limited summon?
No.
Is it like a once per day? Okay, that's
I think
probably
that's-
good.
Yeah, that would be harsh.
Pact of the Blade. I don't quite remember.
I
the
don't
rule.
understand how
Yeah.
this stuff will work. Do you think I understand mechanics?
Aaron and his 4 different ability origins.
So many.
I don't know how you guys can manage.
Oh, I've been using Frostmark a lot.
I'm badly managing too.
I know, me too.
Okay. You have
Are we
the
nearby a
lunch.
stream?
Yeah, that's the
It's the water sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just rushes
What
past
with you
everything.
and streams? Well, you have to. If you're like a child, you have to touch every like moving body of water we pass.
Yes, you guessed it. She's heading straight there.
Let's go.
Okay. So
Seeing as there's no people around, I guess I think I got it wrong. As in, I thought that we were going to be checked on the other side by Raven more follower people and etc. But if it's going to be at the end of this long thing, then we got time. So if this seems fairly devoid of people.
I mean, you
like
have so much sight since it's only, you know, shrubs and bushes. No one can really sneak up on you.
Yeah.
The stream has a light U shape to it, with small circular rocks, and it's completely see-through. There is no nothing growing in it, and as I said earlier, the water has this light teal pink, teal color to it. Glacier water.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna be playing.
It is cold as fuck though.
She'll be. It depends on how fast the water is. If she will go.
Well, there's some
like,
larger boulders that kind of create this froth and the sound that you hear, but it's not. It doesn't. It's too shallow to have any dangerous tides and swirls. But it's shock cold, very, very cold.
Well, I'm sure that's nice after all the walking to cool down. So yeah, kind of can wash off gets in, washes off the mud, cools down. I guess would have taken her coat off before going in. Wets her hair. Yeah.
Very nice.
Very happy.
Very nice. Yeah. Some pure bliss for a couple of minutes.
It does seem kind of almost like childlike enjoyment.
You run down and like
very innocent.
Kick the water a little bit and look at it.
It's kind of like going in and sitting, and having that kind of covering over her hair and her face, and just like seem to really luxuriate in the feeling of the freshness of the water and the free running stream and everything. Very, very happy. Doesn't seem to mind the cold at all.
Make me a pure presence of manipulation check, please.
Oh shit. Oh god. Okay.
Whichever side.
We love the no context checks. Thank you, GM.
a pure. Did you say a pure manipulation?
Yeah.
Or presence?
Yeah, whichever side.
Okay.
Whoa. Nice.
Okay. I'm gonna do a whisper.
More
Whisper.
More mystery.
Ginevra gets all the private conversations.
Because she kept her secret.
Again, I was outed. Why are you saying this? Like I busted you. I'm like, hey, I'm your dead friend.
That's me. Titania is the one who's been a very open book. Okay.
Yeah, Titania. I only had to ask like one question. She was like, "Well, this is what I believe." I know you're a priest, but I'm about to tear down your whole church.
Oh yeah, she's been writing public essays. She's not quiet about it, you know.
I'm not sure Titania counts as far as having secrets. Titania published them.
To be fair, Aaron did a pretty good job, but we were very much on his case the whole time.
The secrets.
Yeah, they're not all gone, but some big ones are out there.
And I mean, it's not like I've said every part of Titania's backstory. Far from it, actually.
Mood.
Yeah. True.
It's the ideological stuff that's come up a lot because that's what she talks about. It's all the personal, family, and history stuff that she's like, I'm just gonna. No, thank you. You just know that her family exists.
But none of us talk about family. It's like the one rule.
Chosen family.
Oh.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool.
Carry on.
Yeah, I mean, if people are watching me, then I can describe what happens.
Is
but
anybody
if people
watching?
aren't looking, so
if somebody's like, I was actually literally thinking like Titania has not taken. I've never explicitly said that Titania's taken a bath yet, so I think she might be doing that. Seeing Ginevra do this, she might have like, oh fuck, I smell like shit, and my hair is.
Are you greasy as fuck?
Yeah, Osprey probably is also there taking the opportunity to remove some sweat as well.
Hi, ladies.
Oh, well, if Titania's getting up, there goes the person I was like.
Oh no, I can't! I can't!
No, if you want to get up, Akron will just go sit by the bank and just chill out.
Okay, so everybody's here and watching you.
No, because I think Titania is sitting with Acheron on.
No, if Titania wants to get up, I mean, Titania would be familiar that if Titania wants to get up,
Titania forgot that you were on her lap.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron's kind of like sitting on a rock. Just
but
like
I mean, you could have started with being on the lap, and you could have moved on to the bath, and then you know.
It's fine.
Well,
Let's
it's fine.
Do that.
Let's just read your thing.
We'll do that.
Well, say what you want to say. It's fine. We'll move on.
Yeah, we're sort of watching, so yes, watching.
Yes.
I guess.
We're in the area.
If I heard splashing, Akron would be like, "Is someone drowning?" To like look.
Okay, so for anybody who's watching, what happens, Ginevra?
This is a life-threatening situation.
Oh my god, like we picked this up way too much. It's not a big deal, but she just seems to kind of furrow her brow a bit for a second, like stop suddenly in all of what she's doing, and kind of look around a bit, and then her body, kind of that went tense, relaxes, and she has a smile. That's not that kind of gleeful, kind of luxuriating smile, but just a content, more personal, intimate smile. And then that slowly kind of falls away and returns back to just enjoying the sunshine and the water and the views.
For God's sake, everyone in this party's so fucking weird. This is what Agron just says, like, very quietly.
I mean, I was just sitting there on a rock having some, like, trail mix or whatever.
You're literally an angel.
Some pocket cherry.
You are weird by merit of existence.
Angel from out of space.
Cheerios.
That's why you like us so
Time
much.
travel alien angel.
Yeah, well, one of us has to be normal, so.
You're not talking about yourself.
Normal.
Normal, yes.
Titania might be the most normal one.
Let's see, what do we have? The double agent priestess woman, who is a complete, like, blank page. We have no idea what she's actually about. We have Acheron, the agent emo boy.
All I did was kill people. That is the most normal thing any of us have done.
Just extremely sad. Titania, just literally openly excommunicating herself. Essentially, and we have an angel.
Jesus?
And is
an
bound to
angel,
something that she don't know what it is and why.
Yeah, like fucking Chosen One vibes. Every young teen adventure novel protagonist.
Demon Apprentice.
Why is this what Titania has become? This was not the intention.
It is what you are.
Character development.
Again, all I did was kill people. I'm the most normal one here.
How do I even respond to this? How do I even respond to my character being called a YA protagonist like it's a roast?
Two-thirds.
Just excuse me while I die.
It's so dramatic.
Then you will be a martyr, and then you will be resurrected in the second book.
Yep.
Yeah. Gotta melt that money.
Would this be a good point to have a break because I just need to use the bathroom.
Yeah, I realize we've just been joking around for ages.
Let's go and have a break then. Let's go and have a break. Let's use it now. Let's refill our glasses and go to the bathroom. And
we got so much done with more focus. I blame Adrian for us being silly.
Yeah.
Adrian, one who's been literally be silly and most quiet.
Totally your fault, Adrian.
I'm so sorry.
Last session.
Oh my god, Adrian, why do you have to be so hard, like troublesome? What's up with you?
I think it's just Adrian's seriousness just like makes us silly maybe. Adrian's just like absorbing all the seriousness.
It's not your fault.
I'm the balance here.
I'll be back.
Do we need the GIF? We need a GIF.
Glad to have you back, by the way.
Thank you. It is good to be back. I was looking for a GIF, but I did not find one.
What would it be even about? I need to make a decision. So hard. With the gifts. Do you even want to leave?
No, I don't need to. I'm prepared. I have water with me.
Oh. So strange.
Strange
I have
with
to
what?
do so much active GMing. Because you're not taking half an hour to talk about things. Wow!
I guess because, you know, it's meant to be serene. It's a climb, it's a physical activity. You don't necessarily have these conversations like you can on horseback when you're actively climbing, and especially with some of the party not having a single piece of constitution to like keep it going. You know, out of breath all the time, hating their life, and you have Aaron at the front who's just like having a grand old time, just like walking through the mountains without a care in the world and totally dealing with the athletic activity. I was gonna say, like, you know, if I can't imagine that Aaron really sweated that much on the way up. But
no,
if he's...
no.
Yeah.
It was more like, well, the thing is with the agents that they're quick.
No, I get that, and that's really
but they're not the most
difference.
bulky and stamina heavy. You're like, this is like a walk in the park, and they're like, oh my god.
Heck yeah. No, my character sheet is in its prime.
I've been validated.
Yeah, I just have to get to the mountains. None of this freaking road bullshit.
What did you do to your character sheet?
Sorry?
Well, you said your character sheet's in its prime?
Validated.
Wait, because it's validated because of the build that Aaron is. Like, this is not a problem. So, like, you guys are having trouble and struggling, and he's just, like, as if walking on a normal, everyday road.
As if walking on air.
It's walking on sunshine.
Wow, wow!
Sorry, I wasn't here last week.
You don't have to apologize. I'm sure you know, you suffered the most. Did you enjoy watching the VOD? Where you're like, no, I wouldn't.
I mean, ultimately, it was just a lot of talking, and then just pretty much the action happened, and then that was it. So, Yeah, there's like 3 major conversations and then combat, so it wasn't exactly
True.
too eventful.
Yeah, there wasn't too many decisions being made, to be fair.
True.
Mhm.
True.
Hello.
Hello, welcome back.
Hello.
Hola.
I return.
Like the ancients.
Wow.
Ba-da-da.
You gotta
Roll
let this go.
credits.
I honestly can't wait for whenever that title drop happens, because you know it's gonna happen at some point. Like,
It's gonna happen 100 sessions in.
yeah, probably.
3 weeks from now. In-game.
I'm muted. We love that.
Hi.
It's fine. I wasn't saying anything important as we started comments.
Oh, snarky comments are so important, though.
The most
It's a travesty.
Yeah.
Ajax. You know I would never.
So sad.
Okay.
So sad.
Let's focus up so we get something done today, huh?
Yes.
Getting something
Alright.
done in Ancient's Return? Are you sure?
Woo!
That's not what we do
We were all
here.
making
Come
good
on.
time, and you're like, "Wow, you're all so quiet." And we're like, "Shit, guess we better talk." And
Yeah.
you're like, so much talking.
I am never satisfied, huh? No, just kidding. That was great. It's so great. All right. Lunch finishes, and you continue walking. And after a few hours, you trek through this valley ends, and another serpentine road is ahead, carrying you up a slope into 2 tight mountain feet. Legs burn for a second time this day. But even if the slope is less brutal than the first one, certain members' energy might start to run out. So everyone again make that vitality saving throw.
Guidance for Acheron. Because you failed the first one.
Babe,
Medea,
you're a
oh
doll.
God,
Oh shit.
Osprey.
Rip.
Heart attack.
Wow.
What
Wow.
happened?
Insulting. Medea got the 1 and Osprey got a 20. Bitch.
Well for them. This is
Quit.
rude to me.
Ayo, there
Hey!
All I needed was the nap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Me, I'm not fucking up the second half.
Okay.
It's
So
so that powers me now.
Osprey gets a weird, like, bout of energy. She doesn't seem that tired. Medea, for some reason, has gotten herself a level of exhaustion.
No, Medea.
Yeah, she's not.
She's
Not feeling as hot today either.
No, she's lagging a little bit behind, and she's clear. She, like, there's sweat on her brow, and like Marin is giving her like a look. And she kind of just gives him the finger back. But up you go. But it's clear that she's very tired from all of this trekking. But you do take several breaks to make it easier to conquer this hill. And looking back to the steaming inside of the wagon, it now feels like a sweet, sweet memory. But hopefully soon the road before you straightens up somewhat. The 2 slopes to your left and right tightens though its grip on you. The solution is a half tunnel made through heaving out the dry soil, sand and rocks on both sides of the road. Let's you know what, go back to this again. Indeed, hewed out the dry soil, giving more space to wagons and horses to pass through what would have been a very narrow and angled path. Despite the effort made for comfort here, this comfort is clear in all those who carry battle-hardened hearts. But there's no other choice than to carry on forward. So, the sides of this road that you are now in between is basically a ravine. It's kind of been dug out to the sides to create this comfortable path through it, but then it kind of creates this half lid above your heads. There's still clear sky in the middle of the road, but sometimes these kind of banks of dirt and rocks kind of stretch over a little bit.
Oh, I don't think Akron's enjoying this part anymore.
No, yeah, Tanya would be there.
Stay in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, Akron tries to keep as much sky over their head as possible. Which actually I think that's like a... Yeah, no, it's definitely a noticeable behavior. I think sort of just like in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
Single file.
Throwing like wary looks at like the anywhere where the, like anything overhangs above them.
Yeah. There's a few rocks that sometimes like fall down and echoes through the space. Wind that kind of blows through this corridor and ruffles your hair. A few mountain streams, which is just like taps basically of water that kind of created these holes that kind of flows down into puddles that kind of run down with the road. But you have to continue.
Titania, for Acheron's sake, will definitely be just keeping an eye out for... I guess in this case it'd be like landslides, honestly. She'd definitely just be being vigilant for Acheron's sake.
Above your heads, for sure.
Yeah. I don't know if that requires a perception check or what, but just throwing that out there.
I mean, sure. Let's do a perception check for anyone who wants to keep an eye out for that.
All of that as well.
Yeah. Guidance on myself.
I don't know. Well, actually, I don't know, because Akron's like... I'll make a check, it's fine. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to be passive or actively keeping an eye out, but... What is it for perception? Sorry.
Actively doing so is intelligence.
I'll keep a passive eye out.
I got a 27.
I guess Akron's
Damn.
passively keep an eye out, but my passive's 19, so
Perception
I
is
feel like that sometimes.
+7.
I have 2 skill ranks in perception, +5 to intelligence gives it a +7. Yeah.
I wouldn't guess that for Titania, so...
Yeah, Titania has a 17 passive perception.
Wow. I guess, up to you.
Oh, wow.
The only reason I have a 19 is because you never know. It took the same feat. Well, similar feats.
Yeah.
Heyo.
Yeah, I've got the passive. I don't have that active
because
perception.
I am special.
Oh god, I need to actually realize I need to roll for some NPCs as well. God darn. God darn. Well, Medea ain't even trying. She's just looking at her feet.
She does have disadvantage on ability checks anyways.
Yeah, I think she's probably just trying to keep foot after foot at the moment.
Yeah.
Poor Medea. Medea and Acheron are both physically and mentally sad now.
Oh god, okay, critical 1.
Oh.
For Miron.
RIP!
What the fuck is Miron doing?
Miron, you good,
job,
bro?
Man.
Ooh, yeah, you're
Trying to deal with all the angst in the party.
I guess he's a little bit worried about Medea and like keeping an eye out for that. Lost in thought as well. Okay, well, holy shit, Titania.
You're welcome. It's almost like I spec mostly in the skills.
You can predict when the next landslide is going to happen to the second.
In 5 days, 3 hours, and 35 seconds.
Writing that down. Where are my notes?
Longitude this, latitude this.
Yeah.
Well, as you're walking through this ravine, Acheron, Titania, and everyone else trying to keep an eye out for rock slides, some succeeding more than others, however, both Acheron and Titania notice that there are some bushes above your head that are not empty. There's something within them. Something dark, shadowy, something that moves. Something that gleams a little bit in the light.
I think because
Make eye contact with Acheron.
Because Acheron and Titania have a system for this shit. Acheron will give the will tap your hand twice, which is the confirmation that both of us. So both of us know that we've both noticed something. Acheron does not seem in a hurry to change. Like Acheron doesn't change their body language and doesn't seem in a hurry to do anything.
Yeah, Titania will give Acheron just a reassuring pat on the shoulder and casually walk up to Miron and just trying to keep voice low, just be like, "We're not alone, friend."
Wait, what do you mean? Where? What? Who?
Something, creatures in... actually, won't do that pointing up. Sorry. No, there's no body language indicators on this.
Yeah.
That's just me getting too into acting. We've got people or creatures above us at the top of the ravine. You're the leader here, so figure you should be the one to tell us what to do.
Shit. Alright, okay. Then we need to... And before he finishes his sentence, you kind of continue walking here, of not trying to show that you know. You pass this little turn in this half tunnel that you're in, and then you all stop. As you can see from Titania and Miron in the front, over their shoulders, standing out in the open with a very relaxed stance, is a armored person. A dark steel with sharp and dramatic pauldrons, 3 sharp points on top of a gleaming helmet, and resting over the shoulder is a 3-pointed flail. Stepping out of the bushes behind the person is 2 other armored combatants, but they only sport 1 spiked ball from their flails and a little bit less decorated armor. And lastly, you see the outline of a crouched person, a bow and a knocked arrow, aimed in your direction. Let me get here.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Acheron was just about to fall back to tell Aaron.
Yeah.
And now Acheron's immediately moving to Ginevra. Because I recognize this description.
Yeah, me too. I was gonna be like, tricks now might be a good idea. If I can be sufficiently hidden from sight, like behind someone, and kind of tapping on Aaron.
Oh. Make me a subterfuge check with cunning.
That was not a compliment.
I can't cast guidance on you now, sorry.
I'm rolling too well, so I'm sure this is not going to go good.
What? Wow, okay, you hide really well.
You're so spoken.
Yeah, that's what I say. Well, now I've got to get him to be pretty hidden. That's what I'm saying. Those tricks might be useful right now.
The distance up is basically for this little ledge here is 2 meters, and then there's an additional 4 to 6 meters up this way.
Gotcha.
So this is like 6 to 8 meters up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, as Ginevra touches him on the shoulder and whispers with a panicked voice, he's carrying his shield in one hand, and he's gonna raise it up over his head and turn. So it's behind his head as he uses his right hand, and he whispers a few words in Coptic, and a soft glow comes from his glove, and he just he does the whole Simba thing, you know? Yeah.
Wow, okay.
And he will cast Prestidigitation to soil her forehead.
Yeah, you can just get rid of it. You can project an image with Prestidigitation. You can just totally get rid of the mark.
Oh, you can do that much? Okay, that'd be good.
Yeah. Prestidigitation, cantrips. Let's go!
Just make a dirty forehead, basically, and a little bit sweaty, I mean, I will put that together with a roll And yeah,
thank God.
you just, I mean, it's critical 20, and you just
Natural
look
20
like
deserves
a
that,
normal
yeah.
person now.
Huh.
Wow, clutch, fucking clutch. This armored figure have one kind of leg up on a small boulder, you know, the other hand, you know, resting this flame on the shoulder, completely relaxed, still looking arrogant and cocky. There's a big outtake of breath that's come out, so a little bit of steam in between these breathing holes in the helmet. And then a gruff voice calls out, "This is Ravenmoor territory. What business do you have here? The pass has been closed. Have you sneaked past, or do you have official business?"
Titania will turn to Miron.
Okay. Yeah, and Miron kind of realizing that this is his cue. You can see his eyes sweeping over the ravine, and he is feeling a little bit unnerved about their backs. It kind of makes a quick kind of motion to Silas to keep a track on you guys' back. Silas starts to like look at the bush and the stuff around, trying to find more people, and gives like a quick hand signal that Medea and Acheron catches as that he sees at least 7 or 8 more people.
Shit. That natural 20 was really clutch.
I rolled really great on Silas's perception check here. And Miron kind of holds out his hands in a non-threatening manner, and then kind of pulls out from inside of his clothing a singular letter. "We do have official business with the Ravenmoors, in fact. We are under the employ of Cardinal LeBlanc, and we have been invited on diplomatic terms. This letter confirms it all." There's a bit of a silence as you look at them, and unknown sources look at you. Then this armored figure just makes a little movement of his hand, of his head, and these two start to slide down carefully the slope here, taking their time. Do you do anything in the meantime?
I want my hand on my bow, and not in a openly aggressive manner, just in a kind of a gentle clutching.
Aaron is going to be like still perceiving around to see if he can see if there's any more. He knows these sort of strategies of like blockades, and just show the people that show are never the people that are the dangerous ones, or rarely the only danger.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll be looking around.
Alright, make me perception intelligence.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if my 27 perception has any effect on what we're having here.
Oh, yeah. You did see some people. Let me reveal those you saw.
Thank you. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
But in the meantime, Aaron can also make a 7. All right. A little bit too well hidden for you to see, but the ones that Titania, pointed out, you have a rough understanding of where they are.
If it's safe to like walk back a few steps, Akron will take a few steps back and like will take one of Ginevra's hands in theirs, just like in a comforting way, because Ginevra probably is nervous. So
right.
you know, like
Step
go
back
take one of her hands, give it like a supportive please, but is not changing their posture or body language. You know, keeping the same stoic whatever, but is trying to offer as much like emotional support in this moment as possible.
Yeah, without seeming suspicious. Yeah.
All right.
Yep, she takes it.
And it's another barrier between, I mean, Akron's short as fuck, but between her and everyone else, so.
Okay. And these two guys move over up to Meulen, takes the ladder, steps back a little bit, opens it up, their backs half turned, and takes a look at it. They inspect the seal. They read through whatever the letter contains quite carefully.
Titania is just like wishing she had cast a mage armor.
Alright, so everyone has a few regrets.
I mean, I'm always ready.
That's true. Finally,
I'm a wizard. What do you want from me?
You wizard!
After
the glory of my build.
A restless wait. One of the guys turns up to be a female voice, calls up to what seems to be some kind of captain or spokesperson, still there on top, with that rather cocky stance. Everything seems to be in order, but it's hard to know. You know, these ages can be rather tricky. Seems genuine to me. There's a bit of a pause, and then the guy on the up on the little cliff face says, "All right, the Cardinal has been a good friend to us. And I have heard that there were a few coming in for this visit. But these things can be difficult to discern, as Maya says. I might have to escort you to the High Forge for confirmation. You will be taken care of, but of course all your equipment will be confiscated, and it might take some time. But I can also be persuaded if you show your appreciation for my trust.
Still looking to Meulen.
Yeah, Titania is completely unmoving.
Is Meulen looking to answer this, or is he like looking around?
Because now we're under 2 layers of supervision, and Titania's just like, I have no control in this situation, so she's just motionless.
And Ginevra does not want to bring any attention to herself whatsoever.
Yeah. There's like...
Does Meulen look like he's about to answer? Like, is he like engaged in this? Does he look like he's being the ambassador?
Okay. Meulen is pausing and pondering.
I want to wait to see what he does, but we do have money, so it's not like we can't do this.
I mean, Aaron can step up and kind of like nudge Miran with his shoulder as he kind of brushes up as he's like pausing, just to like let him know he's like right there, and says, "Where I'm from, we don't speak in riddles. Speak plainly. What do you want?"
No need, Aaron. I think I understand this now from Kylan yesterday. Would 50 gold pieces do? Showing our appreciation? The helmet cocks to the side. The Church of Rion is very wealthy from your exploitation and lies to the little people of Frostmark. You can certainly do better than that.
Aaron will give like a disparaging look to Miran.
There's like his eyes have started to squint. Miran is getting a little bit angry.
He's gonna like whisper to Miran and say, "Is it always a tradition that the Church of Miran bows to the people that just ask anything of them?"
Ooh. Ooh.
We do not want this fight.
Miran kind of
mention the Stormlord.
Yeah, what happened to the passphrase?
Miran kind of dips
can't
his head a little bit to the side so nobody can read his lips. And he says to you, there is a rumor of how well trained they are, and I am not entirely sure what kind of numbers we're dealing with. We're hired from the mountain trek. I don't know if a combat would end in our favor. $75 gold pieces then, friend. $100 comes back to Miran. Miran kind of clutches one hand and says, is this considered friendly in your book? Robbing us blind before entering properly into your territory. We are not that stupid to be traveling with those kind of funds, especially after the pit stops we have made along a very long journey. $80. Gonna make a persuasion check here from Meryl.
Can you give guidance for that?
Yeah, I was about to say I just tap his back and give him guidance. Add a d4. Let's give him a little boop.
Everyone's just touching Mirren throughout this conversation.
Okay.
D100? What did that mean?
Nothing to concern yourself with.
Nothing to see here.
I have flashbacks to the speaking of blood moment from like session 3.
Oi. Alright, he also has guidance.
40.
But that's just a 13. Ay. Gonna do an empathy composure from a friend on the mountain or on the cliff.
He's doing an empathy composure from all the way up there.
To be persuaded.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
so it's
Persuasion.
okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought it was like
It's the
checking
opposite
if.
side.
Well,
Okay, checking.
actually, we are on the deception there because it's actually not true what he says, and he's trying to.
Oh yeah.
The captain is trying to see if this is actually a amount that they are able to get from you.
Yeah.
But after a long, tense moment, there's finally a voice that goes, 80 is acceptable. Welcome to Ravenmoor, church people. And Miran sighs, steps up, counts the money, hands it to one of these armored soldiers, who then counts the money again, not trusting him. And after about 4 minutes of this little transaction, takes a little bit of while of counting up to 80, they nod, step back, and they start to climb up again. And
They fall over and all the money slips on the floor. Oh
Ah!
no! We gotta count it all
Athletics check.
again.
The one of them says, "Wait, I can't actually count. I'm just a peasant."
You know,
Same,
like
bro. Fucking mood.
What comes after 5?
Can they read? Can they count? I don't know.
Why are you counting aloud? I think I was on 17, but you said 18, and I'm so confused.
Is it 17 or 70? Oh god, I
I'm
can't
feeling very
remember.
targeted right now.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
I'm joking. I don't feel targeted.
Okay,
I mean, I
good.
can't count, but I can.
And then lastly, the voice kind of just moves his hand towards the rest of the road and says, "You're allowed to carry on."
Let's move. Not sticking
Yeah,
around.
I gotta like keep, if Ginevra seems comfortable with it, we'll keep Ginevra's hand. If
And she will be
seems
pulling
to
you along because she wants to
be
keep
fine. I
moving.
mean, that's fine. Akron's like moving with you. Akron's just here to make sure you're mentally well as can be through this interaction.
Yeah, she's as kind of cool demeanored as ever.
Mm-hmm.
And you all slowly make your way.
Yep.
Uh,
Yeah, but
As,
you're the one in trouble, so.
As we're leaving
Yeah,
the blockade, so to speak, and like we've passed like beyond like here or so, Aaron's gonna just like have a quick pause moment to himself, and he'll want to cast Divine Sense. Just like his eyes flash a brief moment, and he wants to feel like if any humanoid in that distance is continuing to track them. As long as they're not behind total cover, he should be able to feel out for for 3 people on the cliff faces if they are also following.
Oh yeah, because you got humanoids.
Yeah. Oh boy, that's so good. Some ranger shit right there, but divine.
Indeed.
Yeah, there are 2 pings, one of each side of the ravine, that seems to be creeping alongside with you.
Then as we're walking, you'll take smaller steps so that Akron catches up. And, still walking alongside Akron, says, "You've got a couple of tails either side. Be vigilant."
Akron doesn't say anything, but will gently, with their hand, very, trying to make it so nobody knows, just tap the back of his hand, and an acknowledgement. It's 2 taps. Just the back of their fingers, back of his hand. It's super subtle, or as subtle as they can make it.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise doesn't react.
All right. Then you, with rather hurried steps, you make it past this point. And you breathe a bit of sigh of relief as the road transmute from this horrible kind of ambush opportunity at any point to open road again a few minutes later. Do you recast or redo Divine Sense?
Yeah.
How many times can you do it, and how long does it last?
I think it lasts.
It's
10
like
minutes.
it's like a pulse. It's like a ping.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't like it
doesn't-
lasts
you're
for 10 rounds. It lasts for 10 rounds.
Mm.
So like a minute or so.
Mm-hmm.
And so as it fades and they get to a point that is more open and perhaps not overhanging, yeah, he'll cast it again, and I can cast it a total of 4 times a day
Okay.
for now.
Yeah. And when the road opens up a bit, I guess you redo it just to see if to continue at the point.
Yeah.
No. They lag behind at that point, remaining in that kind of tight ravine area.
Okay. Then he'll try and catch Acheron's eye once more, and as he turns around towards the ravine and looks to the ravine or looks to Acheron, and then gives a nod to Acheron and one final look to the ravine and continue walking.
Acheron will let Ginevra's hand go.
It's a bit of an audible kind of dropping of the shoulders for many people in the party. Kind of realize that now with more open terrain that you cannot be snuck up on like that again. There we go. Miron sighs and counts the money that he has left. Shakes his head as he mutters something to himself.
Can I see his lips?
Oh, yeah. Damn heretics.
Yeah.
Acheron in true tactful fashion says, well, that fucking sucked.
It could have gone a lot worse.
I agree with
You doing okay?
Ginevra. It could have been much, much worse. Looks like Coilin had a use.
Shame we didn't bring him. Acheron will look at Ginevra and will, are you okay?
I'm fine. I'll be fine.
You did well.
Finally shutting up. Maybe I'm better at that.
Maybe, but you have a nice voice.
You're very sweet. And it wasn't all me, it was also the quick work of our resident bodyguard.
Well, that is... I mean... Yes. Acheron also turned to Aaron and give a nod of approval, because I don't think Aaron needs to be told he did a good job. I don't think Aaron's the type of person to go, good job, with headsets. Give Aaron a...
He has a quite a concerned look on his face continually through here, and he's still not exactly got the most pleasant of relaxed features. He doesn't look like he's content or comfortable here. Quite the stoic, stern look, and he says, "Tricks don't fool everyone."
That's what knives are for.
Seems so that coin really is the currency for morality here.
How much do we have left, Miron?
I have a little over 21 gold pieces last time I checked.
That was a sizable chunk of what I had. There was some, of course, that I had to spend on food and lodgings and the equipment that we bought in Maple-Post.
I've got 18 personally, and then we do have some residual funds from what the Queen gave us for this mission. It's
good to know.
I fear for our ability to keep this up if we want to avoid confrontation.
Indeed, confrontation is inevitable in a location like this.
That is true.
Still maybe try to haggle as much as I could, because I figured that our coin will be even more valuable going forward.
And maybe try and avoid people as much as possible in situations where we're in disadvantaged surroundings.
That was an ambush. Assuming that we're in less vertically challenging situations, there is a point where if a couple people disappear, who's gonna give a fuck? It's not like these people check in all the time. People disappear all the time.
It's more about our ability to overtake them if we are accosted. They travel around in large bands.
Actually, at that point, I think Titania's going to specifically cast a message because she definitely doesn't want even the highest perception of people hearing this. Is going to cast a message towards Miron.
Oh, well.
And is going not. I don't care if our party members hear it. It's about the people who are watching us. And she says
nobody can hear it, but the person who receives the message.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why, because I don't know how high perception these watchers are. I don't want to risk anything right now. But Titania will say, speaking of two people who might need to disappear, are we going to be able to do our research with these two people watching us?
No, they left us behind.
We're good now.
They were good? Sorry.
Yeah.
That was the, communication, non-verbal.
I thought we were essentially being escorted. Gotcha.
Yeah, we were up until the point of when we got out of the ravine and it just opened up. And they left us behind.
Yep. That is my misunderstanding. All good. No cancel that interaction then. We're fine. Bye. Scene. Cut.
We can just murder them. I don't think Akron would have said that if there were yeah. But Akron, being like, well, obviously if they're in, an incredibly large... Listen, you don't get into fights you're not going to win, but in fights that we can, these people won't be missed. And even if they are, it's not like the people... Akron specifically looking at you, it's not like we're really going to care either way.
It's very true. I do not value their lives that highly. However, I do not want us wounded, vulnerable, and exposed as we're about to go mountaineering.
Violence is always an option.
It's a good plan B. We can't avoid it.
Everything should be plan A, I'm just saying.
Indeed.
Not everyone's as quick as you. Even imagine if I was as quick as you with as tall as I am. It'd be quite a sight.
I think that'd be actually terrifying.
All the bones coming at you.
It's the most
ungraceful
running.
Akron gives a playful mock shudder at the thought.
That's what I'll do. That can be our plan. I'll intimidate them into running away, running at them. Luckily.
Aaron's gonna, as they're joking about running, he's gonna drop his sack on the ground and fish through it for the warm coats and the wraps. It's I'm glad you're in such high hopes. You won't be very soon.
Osprey.
A little cold never
you, I
killed
don't feel the
anyone
cold.
except for all the people it did.
Osprey actually goes up to Acheron and kind of elbows they in the side and says, "For what it's worth, I agree with you. Could have taken that."
Could we have? Well, probably
Acheron
it
does
could
not
have, but
even
now
try
it's passed.
to look friendly towards.
Shut up, Osprey.
Acheron's just like, did you touch me? Like, Acheron really does have the like looks at like where they were like posed. Then asked you like a "did you just touch me" kind of expression.
And they're not even looking at your expression. They're just smug and walks away.
God, I hate you. So Acheron's it's not even quiet. It's just said. Just.
Silas goes, whoa, you're starting to get prickly again? Do you need to let off some steam?
Oh my god!
Fuck you. Fuck.
Listen, Silas, I don't know how to tell you this.
Yeah,
but you're not worth a second time. You served your use.
No, I get it how intimidating I can be, and I'm sorry that I have ruined experience forever for you, because nothing will ever.
If I were
be
given
as
half
good.
the chance, I would stab you right now.
Wow, that can be kinky.
Oh my god, I want to
You
pull
know,
out of my
whatever
skin.
floats your boat, kid.
He gives you a wink and a few finger guns and kind of sashays away.
If dying is kinky, we can make that happen.
That's what you're into. I can provide. Kinky death. What is it? No, Acheron just like rolls their eyes like so hard you might worry they're gonna hurt themselves.
In the meantime, Medea is kind of just breathing heavily, like leaning against something, trying to catch her breath, like looking at all of you, like, oh my god. Miron is like looking at the bunch of children in front of him, and then Dennis and Allie in the back is like, what have you gotten ourselves into?
Dennis, Allie,
yeah.
the beloved.
How are they doing, by the way?
Yeah, how are our friends? We're gonna force you to make them
Dennis
into actual
recovered
characters
from
one of these
his-
days.
Yeah, how's Dennis doing? Oh yeah, I wanted to speak to
Moral.
Dennis at some point.
Okay.
Oh god, please don't make me
You know, this is good enough a time. If we're putting
them.
coats on, may I speak to
They're
Dennis?
red shirts. They're red shirts.
Yes.
Please leave it be.
No, you cannot escape.
No, he went through a difficult time. He
We're
killed
offended
somebody.
now.
Because I killed
Yeah,
somebody!
can I speak to Dennis?
Oh god.
If you'll allow me.
Yeah, they
soul
were
is
actually
dark.
looking a little bit tired themselves. There's a bit of a sweat on their faces as well. They're snipers, they're not really, mountain people. So, Dennis is just there, looking a little bit sweaty, looking a little bit worried. Okay, you want to talk to Dennis? Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to talk to Dennis.
What do you say to
Dennis.
Dennis?
Dennis.
The
I just think
disdain
I
in
could-
Bexxy's voice.
Like walk up to Dennis and like I guess it's gonna see like how Dennis reacts first because Acheron really hasn't interacted with Dennis, so just kind of gauging a reaction real quick. So you can,
Polite wariness, curiosity. Make sure of
are you doing okay?
God, what a voice does Dennis have?
What kind of voice does Dennis have? See,
Listen, I'm bonded to Dennis now. I'm sorry, he's my
Yes,
favorite.
Deep Australian.
boy, I'm Dennis. How goes it?
I don't have that kind of.
Nobody, I repeat,
can't.
nobody in the world has that accent.
I only got my natural accent,
Taurian
French
Cochrane.
and Slavic. I'm sorry, that's all I got in my tag.
You pick whatever voice you want. Dennis is an amazing man, and I will love
Okay,
him regardless.
he's gonna say, it's quite alright. Why'd you ask?
You seem to react poorly to killing someone earlier.
Well, I kind of prefer when it's,
It's very loud for a sniper.
The
Sorry,
sound?
I shouldn't. I'm so sorry.
Besides him, I love him.
Oh wait, Bexxy's face cam on the stream. I think I killed Bexxy. Oh no, no, Bexxy.
He reacted poorly to killing someone.
Oh god.
He's like falling apart laughing because he doesn't know how to react.
Oh god.
I'm so
okay.
sorry, Bexxy.
No, he says it's kind of hard when you're not sure if it was for the right cause, I don't like going around killing people just because, because should have a reason, yes?
Agent? Is Dennis an agent?
No, he's a soldier.
Okay, never mind. That makes so much more sense.
I was confused. Sacred Hearts.
You're like, huh?
I thought he was an agent. I was like, what? Okay,
He's an NDA person like Ginevra.
Oh god.
Never mind. That makes so. Akron looks kind of confused for it, and then remembers oh, you're not an agent. Kills people. It's Akron's oh yeah, and like in their mind, and they're like, right.
I was thinking of talking to Priestess Ginevra a bit later to absolve myself of my sins or something. Is that something I should do? It feels like it should be the right thing, no? There's also a lot of pent up grief over Gregory as well. I mean, we were pretty good pals.
Losing pals can be very difficult. If absolving yourself of your sins will make you feel better, go for it. But if it makes you feel better in the church, they're certainly fine with killing if it's in their own names. So I don't think you've sinned against them if it makes you feel any better.
What?
Have you been in this party? Dennis has been dissociating for the last week.
But in all seriousness, this might not make you feel better. Killing is always... That's not true. Killing is very difficult at first, but the guilt never goes away, but it does get easier.
I do have some PTSD, sometimes got dreams, but it's quite alright. I mean, as I said, as long as it's for a good cause, but... Right?
It wasn't. It was against survival, which could be a good cause, but as far as good in the grand scheme of things, no. Their lives were lost for nothing. It's pretty fucking useless, to be honest, but shit happens.
Yeah, okay.
Everyone's trying to be nice.
Thank you for the existential dread. I'm gonna go over here and think a bit.
You're in the wrong profession, buddy.
New favorite character. New favorite.
Agron just kind of walks away, looks a little confused. It's gonna approach the group of the three that we got, and looking very confused. Like, I don't understand the interaction I just had. Just gonna say this out loud to them, looking for guidance.
Is Dennis an 18-year-old fresh recruit?
I mean, he's definitely on the younger side. Yeah. Probably below 25. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Who'd Akron ask? I'm probably it's a group of Titania, Ginevra, and Aaron. We're all getting ready, and Akron will approach and say, "I don't understand the interaction I just had. I was trying to be friendly, but I don't know if I succeeded."
How does trying to be friendly look with you?
Well, Dennis seemed upset when he killed someone, so I wanted to make him feel better by telling him that while he will always feel guilty, it won't always be terrible, because feeling guilty isn't fun, and being friendly is about making people not be sad, or something. I don't know. But then he just kind of seemed more upset, because he's like, I hoped we did this for a good cause, and you're not supposed to lie to people when you're being nice, so I told him that we didn't. And then he seemed even more upset, and I'm not really sure where I went wrong.
You were right in that you shouldn't lie to people if you're being nice, but also you can select which truths to say to be nice as well. And sometimes there are some truths where if it goes in direct opposite of the kind of thing that they said that they hope, if you say no, that's not what it is, that might make them feel sad, and that might be where I went wrong.
Honesty is important, and I think while if he feels bad now, then maybe that's something. There are definitely certain truths about violent professions, and if he's realizing that in this moment, then maybe maybe you helped him reconsider some of his life choices. Maybe this isn't the right place for him, you know? I don't know.
I just thought it was nice because in my experience, if you spend all of your time trying to justify all the evil you've done by saying it was for a better cause, then you wake up one day and realize there is no good cause, your PTSD gets so much worse.
I think it was definitely helpful for him.
Maybe not in the moment. And it
Just
definitely...
in the friendliness, friendly and helpful aren't always exactly the same thing.
Yeah. That's
They're
true.
not.
Not always.
I give up.
Helpful is still good, though. Helpful is often better than being friendly, anyway.
I don't know. It seems like we're going to be stuck together for a long time, and he cries a lot, and I don't know how to deal with that, so I thought maybe if he felt better about our company, he'd stop crying.
Sometimes people need to cry. Sometimes they feel better afterwards.
You care for this man, Akira?
She does look at you when she says that, kind of pointedly.
Acheron finds immediate interest in Aaron's question.
Why are you so curious about me caring about people? No, I told you he cries a lot, and it's annoying. I don't know if we're stuck together.
Are you lying?
Should I roll a deception?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to decide if Acheron's lying first.
Yeah.
Acheron's absolutely lying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, this is true, but it's not why Acheron is doing this.
Okay. Deception presence. Versus empathy composure.
Presence. Is that manipulation, if it's what she's talking about?
Well, I thought that, Acheron is trying to look confident.
Trying to look more annoyed than anything. Okay. Damn. Yeah. Okay. Like I said,
she tries her best. It's pretty believable, but Ginevra has eyes like a hawk.
There's probably truth in there somewhere.
Yeah,
maybe the crying is
that's
annoying
not
to
the reason.
Acheron, but no.
Yeah, but that's not the reason why you wanted to go up to him.
Look, we're all gonna be stuck together on this journey. Might as well have allies, considering the other people we're stuck with is Medea, the church's goodest boy, the bitch supreme, and the fiend. So, are kind of out of options for a likable companionship.
Aaron will look around to see if anyone is actually looking, the rest of the non-this group party are listening in.
To these descriptions and summaries of themselves.
Yeah.
Let me see.
She's trying to make allies. And
let me see.
I think it'd be more suspicious if Acheron was nice to everyone, to be honest.
Well, Stardust is definitely fucked off. So did Osprey. Doesn't want to hear what Acheron had for an answer. Just wanted to make her voice heard. So that leaves Meulen and Medea. Let's find out, huh?
I hope Meulen heard me call him the church's goodest boy.
Goodest boy.
Church's goodest boy.
I think he'd appreciate that.
Oh god. He would be like, I'm a good boy, really? Like a golden retriever.
He's got those little spaniel.
All ages have
ears.
issues.
We're
We're all so fucked up.
Yeah, you kind of
stable
forgot.
people in this.
You kind of
They don't go
forgot
into this
about Medea, who's just been leaning against the rock very close by. And
I just called her Medea.
Yeah, that's the one where it was
Yeah.
It's like, you know, we're
Medea.
just...
And
Medea.
Miron, when you look over his shoulder, Meulen is just a few steps ahead and just looking at you all with like this neutral, baffled expression.
I run away.
Same time. You gotta take these
So,
moments
in short,
when you have them.
no, I don't care. Why do you keep asking about that?
You're lying.
No one asked you.
True. Maybe I should practice shutting up again. Come on, let me have my fun. I'm about to have to climb up a mountain and look at my arms. Arms.
I asked because it wasn't too long ago where you were just completely uninterested in the well-being of humanity. And here you are, caring about the well-being of humanity.
No, that's just Dennis.
Dennis is not humanity to you?
It's an awfully complex question. Maybe it's just your angelic nature rubbing off on me. Oh wait.
I think this is more about you, Akron, than it is about me. I'm just curious as to where I draw the line.
I draw the line at when it's inconvenient for me to care.
So now it's convenient?
What else do we have to do? We're walking up a fucking mountain.
Aaron will do another look around to see if, like, Medea has, like, moved on. At least he wants to, like, be able to lean in, so...
At this point, Meulen has, like, after he stopped being baffled, he ordered you to...
It's by being called the church's goodest boy.
Yeah. He ordered you to, like, continue moving. So you're able to, like, go in the front or sag behind a little bit, yeah.
Well, I just want to like a brief moment where I could actually say something that we wouldn't like necessarily be heard by everyone else like listening in.
Yeah.
Say, I know you haven't forgotten this, and he's like saying this to everyone, but we're still prisoners. This isn't a field trip where we make friends. I don't know about you, but I'm looking for every opportunity to end this escort. And you should be too.
Don't worry, Aaron. When the time comes, I'm well versed in killing my friends.
Sometimes friends is a good way to get out of these kinds of sticky situations.
You asked what else is there to do. Look for an opening. It's gonna get chilly out there. Let's wrap up.
Yeah, putting on coats.
Plaiting hair.
Indeed, as you are traveling higher and higher up in the highlands, it's getting colder and colder. Still though, because of the summer, it's still well beyond freezing for now. The road starts to slope a little bit downward into a series of smaller valleys, and then once again up sharp hills, all the while the sun travels across the skies beyond the cloud cover, dimming the world around you. After climbing up yet another small hill, you find a small, rather yellow and brown small valley below you. But this one sports wooden, sagging buildings. With the light of the dusk, you cannot see a single light coming from these buildings, nor hear any sign of animal or human. Its layout is about 8 smaller steads around one larger 2-story building in the center, just beside the main road, with an attached stable to it. 2 of the homesteads have been burnt to the ground. 3 more are half collapsed. After taking it all in, Meulen slowly starts to travel down into the valley, still having his eyes out sharp, ready for anything. Tells the rest of you to do the same.
Do we want to be heading towards civilization? Don't we want to be trying to stay as far away as possible?
Mm-hmm.
Meulen says it could be quite nice to have a roof over our heads, and I am not planning to stay in the middle. Let's go for the one over there. That's a little bit to the side. But no fire, no lantern or candle tonight. We just bunker in and be quiet.
I mean, if we don't have any reason to... You're saying you want a roof over your head, but you also want to be outside of it. So if you want a roof, then you'll need to go in, and if you want to be outside, then we might as well be outside somewhere far away.
We have to go through it anyway.
There's no way around.
It's a mountain pass.
It's only one.
You're standing on it, priestess.
Great.
And we have to go through that village one way or the other.
Then maybe best to go at night.
I'm not so sure you should be moving around at night, considering how exhausted we all are. I don't want anyone to be slipping around. It's dusk right now. We need to find some place to sleep.
How sure are you this place has people in it? Doesn't look like it's...
It looks like it's abandoned, but just like us, there can be somebody as well hunkering down. There can be more of these, or even more people around, but if I were them, and knowing how cocky they are, I would have taken the central building. We're not. And we're gonna act like rats and hide in the smaller one on the outskirts. Thankfully, or hopefully, nothing will disturb us.
Alright. As you wish.
This is a very stealthy approach that Meulen does. He sends Silas ahead, who scouts on his own in the area around the building. Then after a signal from him, you're all clear to come down. You are ushered into, indeed, what seemed to have been a blacksmith's home. There's like a little attached atelier on the side of the house. There are horseshoes and wagon bosses on display, but most of them have been taken or is down on the ground and like trampled over. The home itself is mostly covered with dust. There's furnishings and furnitures that have been have fallen over, that have broken. There's chests and cabinets that have been half emptied out, half looted, or half taken. It looks like somebody left in quite a hurried manner, and whatever has been left has been raided for any and all valuables that could still be found. But it's dry, and it protects you from the wind.
God fucking damn it.
Silas hit his foot as he tries to set up his tent.
Yeah.
Thanks, Silas. Thanks, Yomi.
Akron's gonna ask if, because, you know, we're all so exhausted, maybe can Akron help with the watch tonight?
Yeah, I was thinking whether we would get to do watches. Maybe in pairs would be better.
Because, like, obviously the others, like, if you don't trust them, that's fine, but I've shown that I still have agent loyalty. I don't have to like you to work with you.
No. He thinks the Medea should get the whole night. So he will agree upon pairings for tonight and get your help. But it would be one from you guys and one from the other agents.
Mm-hmm.
The soldiers.
Fine.
I think I would struggle to sleep easily to start, so I'm happy to take first watch.
I don't know. This abandoned shack is pretty cozy, I think.
I'm fine to
Get some
take some
rest.
time in the middle of the night.
You can take watch with me. I think it's just one that's us and then one that's them.
No, so it's one each. So like, you would be with one of them, and I would be with one of
Oh,
them.
I see. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was fine. I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's Miron, there's Silas, and there's Ali and Dennis.
And Osprey. Or is Osprey too much of a pretty princess to go for a watch?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Acheron will
Fuck
not
you,
do
Osprey.
watch with
She can't get
Silas,
away
but
from it. So she will.
Acheron will definitely either choose to take one with... Probably will want to take one with Mirren, actually, if no one else is like... If Ginevra's not demanding Mirren.
Ginevra
So you might
isn't
recommend you get one with Dennis.
demanding anyone. She's allowing them to decide rather than being like, "You're coming with me." Like they just volunteer. Okay, I'll take early watch. I'll take.
Back to school
See,
days.
that's where Acheron is like, Mirren, you and I.
Okay.
Just as
I'll
great,
take
I'll
the
take
day.
mine with you or something like that.
Yeah. What does Aaron want?
I'll take Medea.
Oh, my
No, Medea's getting the whole night's sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Medea.
Okay,
Medea's
no,
not
I
as
was just
efficient.
exhausted.
I'll say
Okay.
you can take Silas.
It's two bros there. Okay. Aaron,
fine.
Silas.
Oh, I guess do I need to watch them?
If you want to, you can get one with either Dennis or Ali.
I was going to say if there needs to be a fourth watch, Titania would wake up Osprey for it.
Whoa.
If not, then
Shots fired.
oh yeah, like when she realizes that Osprey hasn't been doing watches, she gets pissed. She's like, "This bitch thinks she's better than me." Okay.
Do you want to do the last watch then and wake up Osprey instead of like Dennis or Ali?
Are there 4 watches or only 3?
There's 4 watches
4 watches. Yeah, she'll wake up Osprey.
for 2 hours each.
Yeah.
For an 8
I'll
hour
go with
rest.
Dennis. I'm sure I've noticed that Dennis is, a bit off and kind
Okay.
of off her to...
So Titania would wake Ali up.
Osprey.
Right. Oh,
She
yeah,
would be,
should.
but she's actually
should,
gonna...
But she's gonna go for
okay,
Osprey.
yeah.
Yeah, you see
Yeah.
the should
Yeah.
there. So we
Gotcha,
have
yeah. That is-
Minerva and Dennis at
Dennis.
first, and then we got Acheron and Miron second, and then Aaron and Silas third, and then Titania and Osprey last.
You're welcome.
I'm so excited for that.
Oh God.
Bonding over a collective hatred of Osprey, we stand.
Okay. So at first, Ginevra, do you want to talk to poor Dennis?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Dennis will definitely take this opportunity to have like a consoling conversation with you. He's kind of looking for a little bit of a priest to console him right now. You could probably make a ceremony with him if you want to, because he would might be blessed, from his sins.
Yeah, I can do that.
Right. Then he cannot exalt his soul for a week.
And I get a quarter.
Oh,
do I get
also
a quarter or do I get more from him? Because
Also,
he's more
before
trained?
first watch, by the way, I keep forgetting to do this, but Titania has the alarm spell now, so she's going to ritual cast alarm.
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
Around our area. So if anything gets too close within, I can read up on the exact details, but if anything gets too close, then she will get a ping, and it's ritual cast. So
Right. Can you tell me what you do? How it looks like?
oh yeah, it essentially looks like Titania pulls out her spellbook, opens up to the page in which the alarm description, and does like this pulling motion of purple glowing thread, essentially, that she then takes and just runs a circle around this like thread that's made of just tiny little geometric symbols, and it just pulls it around the camp, and then when she connects it back to the circle, it just kind of fades into an invisible line on the ground, which cannot be seen.
Very cool.
That's very nice. That's very nice indeed. And I'm gonna answer your question, Lola.
Yes. How many fragments do I get from Dennis? Give me yourself.
28 souls.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah. He's still a potency one. He's CR2.
Oh. Okay. Oh, so is that just one soul? Oh no, I get half.
You get a quarter.
A quarter of one. Okay.
Yes. Open 25.
Okay. Cool.
You really got to learn this full soul drain.
So I have 1.75. So I guess I could have turned one into a soul. Right?
Yeah. You can spend 1.5 to turn into one.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then I'll do that.
Okay.
And I'll have 2.25.
Also, make me a perception intelligence with advantage.
Okay.
Yes.
Just save that. Perception intelligence. Sorry. It's just... my perception intelligence. Okay.
Hello, Jamie. Welcome.
Oof.
But
I'm doing a ceremony, so that makes sense. Oh,
What?
wait, it's still with advantage, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. I guess you're doing it
Okay,
together.
that's better.
Okay. Well, it's rather grey outside. There's a rather thick cloud cover, so you cannot see any stars, not any moons. There's no light source to be had, so it's very, very dark. But for one singular candle that you kind of keep in the room where everyone is sleeping. But with the alarm spell that Titania set up, you feel somewhat calm. That at least there are several, points of defense. You use the opportunity to help Dennis absolve his own grief and regret.
Where is Dennis from? I want to ask him about where he's from, what his background is, how he came to the church, etc., etc.
Ooh. Dennis, what a name. Dennis is Thanian.
Thanian.
Yeah, Armathanian.
Oh, Armathanian. Okay.
Yes. It's a short term for it.
Oh, okay. I realize that.
And he comes from this rather low family. I mean, he shows you the sons in the back of his neck. He's from the integrity class. I don't remember my Thanian classes anymore, but it's okay. And his family has always been a part of like the church, never as priests though. They don't have that kind of prestige, but they have been a part of like the machine that is the church, like either as like cleaners or laborers or indeed as soldiers. And when he grew up to be like more of a able-bodied young man in a large group of children, he was sent to the academy and have been sending money back like the dutiful little son that he is. Had pensions for archery more so than like infantry or cavalry, so he has been an archer this whole time. Done a few missions, but not something as great as this one.
And does he have what are his kind of dreams, things that he loves?
Oh no, actually, it's from the diligence mark. It's the second class. There we go. I found it. Mostly he just want to kind of travel home and be with his family. Like, he looks forward to any opportunity where he can get leave and spend some time with his family. He also wants to start a family at some point in the future. He thinks what he's doing is important, but he hoped to get leave when he gets older. He doesn't want to be a military man forever and start something, work that is a bit more down to the ground, if that makes sense, and just provide for a family in the future. Says he's like tries to save up as much of his coin instead of like drinking it away, like for the future.
A noble goal.
Yeah, it's rather wholesome. It's a little bit surprising.
Because he's on the younger side, right? Probably early 20s or something. Yeah, to already have that kind of plan.
Around there, yeah.
Yeah, and I'll remind him that there are plenty of ways to serve the church that don't require this kind of work. You know, where you can have a family and be with them continuously.
Yeah, he says perhaps he could just be a temple guard somewhere closer to home.
It matters more what's in your heart and actions of the everyday than having to do missions, etc. It can be a lot of focus on that, but the majority of followers are those that live there every day along the tenets of Brian.
Yeah,
It's not worth any less.
Laps up, you know, all the words that you're saying, and despite the rather spooky and like anxious atmosphere that is outside, you kind of create, the two of you, this rather wholesome little conversation between the two of you.
All right.
And your watch is over actually before you want it to be.
Dennis is the best, guys. You should all hang out with Dennis more.
Sin, we love him. You can't stop us.
He's gonna die.
Dennis Stan.
No. What if I asked really nicely not to kill him?
Oh god, if you kill him before you kill Osprey, I'm not coming back.
It's fine. All of us will be upset. Just get everyone disliked that. Just flashes on the Discord or the stream.
Yeah. Alrighty, and then we'll wake up. Was it Akron next? Or I can't remember.
Akron and Meulen.
Middle. There's two middles, so you can go next second. I'll wake you up.
Cool.
Nothing so far.
Try to get some sleep.
Yeah, no, I feel much more at peace now. Dennis is. I think we've helped calm each other's nerves. He's quite a wholesome influence. And I'll head over to bed. Are you gonna say something?
No, just best of luck.
Yeah.
As far as sleep goes in Akron will.
Yeah, and to you.
Head to watch with Meulen.
Yeah. Meulen sits down quietly. Looks a little bit haggard, but still keeps it together. It's completely silent though.
Quiet. Yeah, I think it's quiet for the first while. Akron is once again like studying Meulen intently.
Oh my god. Alright.
So
I guess I will be the one rolling.
Like, waiting. Less like staring at you.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. What? Go ahead.
He's gonna be the one rolling perception then. You don't get to roll. Because if you look at him.
I mean, well, I'm looking around, but like Akron is like also studying him.
Okay.
Every little while.
Okay, fine. Roll then. But it would be harder for you.
I mean, not to be rude, I'm pretty confident in my ability to sense things even if I'm not actively paying attention. What is it again? Sorry, it's the
Perception.
No, it's perception.
Yes,
I'm so good at this. It's almost like it's shocking that I've been playing this game the entire time.
But you know, if you only play a few hours per week, it's easy to forget. So don't worry.
It's literally been over 80 hours, Bexxy.
Be happy.
Nah, well, I'm distracted by a lot of things.
Yeah, it's been some hard times for you. But despite getting stared at, Miron admirably keeps a clear face and keeps his attention upwards as he gets a 19.
Nice. At some point during the watch, I guess, Akron will try to talk to Miron.
Okay. Why do you sound so...
I'm debating which way I want to take this. And I'm doing talking to Miron, like, it's just something Akron does all the time. Akron does not really make eye contact with people unless it's in, like, a threatening manner or, like, for silent communication purposes. So Akron's kind of, like, more, like, looking around. And it's almost like when talking to Miron, Akron looks at him a lot less. We'll eventually kind of, like, tie and take a second. So, how financially secure are we, actually?
There's some clear, like, debating on his face. Then, like, a little sigh, and it says, just below 60. Then you have some funds as well. I think I heard you got 100 from the Queen, no?
Somewhere around there.
Spent a little bit about it, so should have a little bit over 100 in total altogether.
So far worse than we thought.
Well, I'm worried that this was just the first bribe to come.
Clearly.
I don't like being short on coin when it's such a valuable resource.
No, that doesn't
bode well
for us.
And as you say, if it comes to it, we have to use violence.
Kind of hoping it doesn't.
It's quite weird to operate in lands that are not as controlled by the church. Makes you feel strangely vulnerable. A new kind of feeling.
Not exactly new for me. 2 years to get used to it.
I see. Any words of wisdom for me?
Believe in yourself. Your training will help. The truth remains true, regardless of where you are. If you stab someone, they'll bleed. If you cut tendons, they'll lose motion. The truths of combat don't change based where you are, and your skill level will not fall suddenly because you're outside of jurisdiction. You're very capable, Miron. You're going to be just fine.
It's not so much the cold facts of things that I'm worried about. There's always been the politics. That is something the academy doesn't prepare you for.
I mean, it's funny when I think about my time with the church. I think I was, for how little I really understand the actual talking points, I think I was exceptionally close to the politics, all things considered. It's all the same once you remove the words and the prestige. It's all about greed and want. The church wants this land. This baron is willing to pay the church for these shipping rights, but this man doesn't want to budge on it. So you pay him off, you scare him, or you get rid of him. Someone wants X, Y, and Z, and someone's willing to pay for it, and the church benefits in the end. You have to take the church out of it, replace it with any political body. That's just how politics works. Goods and services and the violence it takes to get them.
That is the cynical way of looking at things, but every coin I secure means more medicine, better hospitals. It means elderly care. It means schools. Every piece of land that is given to the church means fair rates of tenants. It means conservation for places of great beauty.
That's a nice way to look at it. You're right, it is cynical to look at politics as a math problem. But when the number of political wins are counted in the number of family homes you've set on fire, the number of children orphaned by your hand, the number of fathers who won't return home, and mothers who will never hold their kids again in coffins and grave sites and urns. Thinking about hospitals and schools comes with thinking of the children who will never attend them. Thinking of the parents who will never see their kids graduate or leave or grow up. It's measured in families torn apart and homes burned down in the sake of power, trade. And besides hospitals, fair rates of penance, that only matters if you're in a place that has them. Where I grew up, sure as fuck didn't matter what political games were being played because none of us benefited in the end. All we did was die.
Yes. There's a fair bit of that in the world. But there's also the opposite. And you are, quite frankly, choosing to look at the problem from just one viewpoint, Acheron.
Don't you get tired of it? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I do positive things through my wet work. It's a steep price to pay, but I'm willing.
What did they ask you to do for graduation?
I don't know how you're going to react. It might sound a bit silly.
Acheron just waits.
group of horses. Fresh, able-bodied, beautiful, perfect for riding, for war horses. I had to kill a whole pen of them under the nose of their owner.
You have a connection to horses. I've noticed, or I've seen. You know a lot about them.
I admire them.
She did it.
What?
Do you think about it?
Sometimes, but memories do fade, even if they are stock.
Not mine. I remember my graduation assignment like it happened yesterday.
What were you told to do?
There was a merchant who was planning to take his trade elsewhere. His wife, pregnant, their first kid. I snuck into their house, their orders, to give them a reason to stay and a reason to remember. Caught the tail end of their conversation. They just picked a name. I killed her. The kid. Unborn, clearly, but I still remember the way he screamed when he found her, crying. He stayed, though. His business stayed.
Can't have been easy. I sympathize.
It's not the last time I did something like that.
I imagine so. But as you said to Dennis, the first one is the hardest.
You ever get tired of it, Meulen? Not the killing. That's just what happens, but the threat. The worrying that if you breathe in the wrong direction, you're gonna get taken out for it. The knowledge that you are the oldest agent I've ever met. And people don't make it past your age very long.
I know. I know a few, though, that have helped me along my way. Some legends. Quite the personalities as well. Guess you have to be. I used to be worried every day about the threat of politics. About stepping on the wrong shoes. But then I learned how to play the game. How to make myself invaluable. How to talk to them. Who to trust, who to not to trust. And now I'm too old. And I've seen too much to care as much anymore.
So we've just accepted that one day when your body stops working and they decide to throw you out, that's just how it is. Doesn't it make you angry?
No. Because my body is just a tool. I don't care if I'm not written in somebody's book or in history, or anybody speaks about me, or that I'm thrown into a ditch. I live through my actions. And my actions will live longer than I.
That's it. You're fine with no one remembering you. Do you even remember what your original name was?
No.
Is there anyone who remembers?
They don't have to. I accepted what I am and what I do. Now it's just about trying to do as much as good as I can with what I have. That anger that you hold will just eat you up inside.
No different than any time, then. This isn't a kind of anger you get, this is a kind of anger you're born with.
Perhaps. I used to be more volatile, though. It was a long, hard journey. But I guess I was never quite like you.
No offense, Mirren. I admire your peace. But I hope I never... Sure, the anger is consuming, and sometimes it's so strong I feel like it's going to drown me. But to me, it's the same fire that tells me I'm still alive. Your peace is calm, but it's cold.
Then shine bright with your anger and your passion, Acheron. And fizzle out.
Acheron will just stare and, take up back to watching.
Okay.
Damn. That was engrossing. Mwah. Good scene.
Agent Lower TM.
Woo! Okay.
Lore.
Who is next?
I believe Aaron and Silas, right?
Yeah.
I'm so excited for this.
Oh god.
Completely different.
Can't wait for the
burn.
It's just gonna be Silas like blah 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 blah, and Aaron just like, oh, kill me.
Someone invented aspirin.
Take some poppy to just like numb the pain, I guess. Alright. So, Silas and Aaron sits down on the porch. Sounds like the start of a rhyme or a bad joke. Let's do a perception check.
Sure.
What is wrong with Silas and his fucking rolls?
Did he roll like another 18 to 20?
Yeah, he has a total 20.
What the
Bruh.
fuck? See, Silas always rolls so well, and he has absolutely no right to.
I feel like Silas should be the least competent of this group, tropes-wise. But also, stop. He cannot be stopped.
But isn't it better to break the
Himbo
trope?
luck. It's just himbo luck. That's just what it is.
It's himbo luck, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's like himbo, but without the nice part. He's just an asshole.
Anyway, so
We love your characters, Bexxy, but also Silas is an Angie himbo, and Osprey's a bitch.
Yeah, well, not everyone can be an angel.
At least they're memorable.
Oh yeah. Silas is actually rather silent at the beginning.
Okay.
Vigilant.
Realizing and watching. Okay. Aaron will go as he's like less interested, maybe because he's more confident in the fact that he can see in the dark, so he isn't really paying all that much attention, I suppose.
Yeah.
God
darn.
Sorry?
God darn, yeah.
You'll look at Silas and say, unusually quiet for your character, Silas. As far as things that I've learned about you, you're always eager to be the first to speak up. Something bothering you, perhaps? Or are you concerned that we're not alone and you don't like to be alone?
I don't understand why everybody thinks I'm shit at my job.
Are you shit at your job?
No. I mean...
Do I believe him?
I've gotten some high-profile people. Okay, I mean, you can make an empathy composure if you want to.
Fucking roasted just by saying, do I believe him? A king.
Oh god, I'm so bad today.
Well, he looks confident, but you're not. You know, you have your own. It's just the way that he carries himself, I guess. But you think also back to that moment where you were in Cedar Falls, in Spruce Cross, at the Broad Trinket Inn, and you did that perception check, particularly with your military background, to understand the stances of the agents that were around you, if they were actually dangerous or not, if they knew what they were doing. And I explained back then that Silas hides his lethalness behind a veneer of his casualness, right?
Oh, got it. I don't know why you think that's Silas. Maybe
but
you're
quite
letting out
frankly, I will say that you intimidate me, man. Like, wow.
In any particular way? You seem to be very confident about yourself.
It's just, you know, your deep voice, the weird, serious shit you talk about, your weird intensity, man, and then this whole thing about not being human. I mean, what is a guy supposed to do?
You don't want to be human anymore, Silas?
What? No, I never said that. I'm just saying you're strange, man.
I've been called that a couple of times, I think. But words are just words, right?
Oh, I know that. I know that.
You seem to be getting a little bit upset by everyone else.
I throw around a lot of words myself. And you know, if you dish it out, then you need to be able to be dished. Do you know what I mean?
And you're saying that you can't handle when people challenge you or call you?
No, I'm saying that I can because, oh god. Are you fucking with me? Is this you fucking with me? If it is, brilliant, man. Wow.
Seem to me like you're someone that doesn't take life too seriously. But yet, there's something about you that you hold very close to your heart. I'm similar in that way, in some cases. May not come off as much as a joker as you, perhaps, Silas, but there are times. There are times when I like to enjoy myself. Right? Wouldn't necessarily berate myself.
Whoa. It's already shady enough outside. You need to create more. How do you enjoy yourself? You're so uptight. You're like Mr. Uptight. Muck boredom.
Maybe it's the whole prisoner aspect. You know, it can...
But that's just an excuse. Come on. We're all prisoners in some way or the other.
I don't know, like, take a second beat there to, like, you didn't expect such a, deep comment from this guy.
Yeah.
Spoken like you know what you're talking about, Silas.
Well, duh.
So why do you do the whole thing? Why do you pretend that you don't know? Or why do you pretend like you're this joker that people don't take seriously? Yet you want to be taken seriously. It doesn't make sense to me.
Do you actually want to know?
Well, if we're all prisoners, we're just talking, waiting out time, right?
I mean, I guess. And then if you are some kind of angel of the big man in the sky, then you can put in a good word for me.
Is that what you need? Is it?
Ooh.
Do you need some sort of redemption?
I mean, I have done my job rather faithfully as an agent, but I've also done some fucked up shit. I'm a bit worried.
You're worried that you wouldn't have paradise? That,
I think all agents secretly worry about that, but they don't like to talk about it. Yeah.
And now I'm here. You're looking at it to me as some sort of free ride.
As I said, another reason to be intimidated by you.
Do you believe that I am from Rion?
I don't know, man. You know, honestly, sometimes I even wonder if Rion is even real. His power is, but I don't know. Never talked to the man. Have you?
I have spoken to him, yes.
Oh, jeez. Oh, why? Oh, I wish I never took this job. Why do I need to have these thoughts about my existence and my non-existence? I could have just gone on just earning my fucking cash, doing my dirty work, having some fun on my free time, and just live life in blissful ignorance. Why did I even ask?
No, you can just leave if you want. You seem wily and smart enough to
Now, you
disappear.
see, if there's something that I value the most in life, it's life itself. So, I like my head attached to my shoulders. Don't you think it looks rather nice? I've been building some muscles there, man. I do think that the chicks dig it.
I guess. I mean, I hadn't really noticed.
Ah, okay, you don't swing that way. I do, but shape.
Well, I've never seen you work.
Bisexual king, let's go.
I'm just.
I have a fucking
What strikes
angel,
me
that's for
as
sure.
is quite strange here, Silas, and maybe I'm only mentioning this because you decided to bring up a little bit of a deep theory here.
I think you started, but okay, fine.
If paradise is waiting for you, if you've done enough for someone like me to be around you, why wait?
Isn't
Isn't that what you're doing?
The million gold pieces question. I think there are some agents around that are quite, happy to just die on a dime. I worked with some sparrows on a few missions that are really cuckoo in that way. But you see, at least in my case, it's my doubts. So I have decided to try to create my own paradise and live as long as I can. And then things come as they may.
And if you'd humor me, what would you say is the pinnacle of your current paradise that you've forged here on Frostmark? What really does it for you, Silas?
I gotta say, I did have some spare coins from some really good bodyguard, like side gigs that I did for priests wanting to take a pleasure trip into Stormhold. Oh man, those guild nights, I mean, the Stormholdians really know how to throw a party. Some of those brothels, man, are out of this world, and if you got the coin, oh, you can live as a king.
Coin and women, eh? That's your paradise?
Alcohol, hard drugs. I also do have some art at a secret place. Pretty nice used to look at. I don't know what to do with it really, but people seem to like it.
Art.
Yes. ART, heard of it?
There's lots of different forms of art. You're talking about like a painting or a sculpture.
A bust, a few paintings, an urn, some dead person, I don't know.
These drugs that you say, are you carrying any now?
That's a double take now from him. I'm like, whoa, what? I wouldn't be so stupid to bring that with me on such a high status mission, but I do have drugs of the killing kind. Just in case. Use some of you, actually. Less of the killing though, and more of the subduing kind on you though. It's kind of fun. Hope that gravy was tasty. Yeah, that night. Did this little touchy hand thing.
I see. I have an apology to make in the morning.
What?
Well, Acheron, she's... they're a special kind of person, aren't they? It's funny, Silas. I used to know a certain deity back where I'm from that had a name similar to theirs. It's funny because they were all about being slow and taking things easy.
That sounds stupid.
If you say so. I just find it funny that...
I respect Miron, but I cannot... He's a monk, he's a saint. Don't understand. Where's the joy?
Where's the joy, Silas? Seems like you're underneath a guy that just doesn't want to have any fun, and you're a guy that wants all the fun, so... What you gonna do about that?
Now, here's a bit of a trade secret, Aaron. You want boring people like that one step above you. Because then the boring people take the shit when things fuck up. I don't have to deal with the higher-ups, he does. I don't want that kind of shit in my life. They tell me where to piss, I say, yes sir!
Huh. Well, I mean... that's how you want to live your life, Silas. Not gonna tell you otherwise. Not gonna say that you're gonna enjoy your paradise if you do that, but... That's all on you. You make your choices. I don't know, I just probably wouldn't be happy to be told what to do all the time if I'm a free spirit like you.
That's what you have free time for in vacations.
Do you think that Miron will ever let you go?
It's not up to him. I mean, he's not the one who's actually like telling us where to go. I mean, it's just an agent.
He seems to be making a lot of the decisions, though.
Well, in the absence of a superior priest, yeah. And he got
Maybe.
like a substantial list of rules, I guess, from Her Eminence.
Do you agree with those rules?
All of this sounds so fucking convoluted to me. I mean, I can understand kill this person because they're in our way, sure. Go and steal this thing because it's bad for the populace, sure. Make sure we have land so we can tax all of our soldiers and all of these programs that we're doing and fuel our churches, sure. But this is just fucking complex, man. But even is the goal. And knowing it's so complex, it's better not to ask questions, because you're gonna trample yourself into a bee-nest you don't want to be in.
I believe that's what we're already walking towards, Silas. And Miron is a guy that just believes blindly, right? Stickler for the rules, like you said.
I think you're underestimating the old man.
Well, I don't know him. I mean, you do. I just hope that if you, I don't know, maybe think we're in foreign territory. Clearly, they don't really respect Rion here. Heretics, you call them, right?
But a brazen line that Armored Tin Can said. That's quite refreshing.
I'm sure you would not want to have your head removed from that swollen neck of yours.
It is rather swole, is it not? Especially if you go like, you know, like this, and it kind of tries to like flex his neck.
Yes, it's lovely, Silence.
Oh, thank you.
But I'm sure you would want to live another day to enjoy those paradise elements that you want. I don't know. Part of me feels like Miron doesn't really know what he's doing. Having those challenges on the road just walk all over him. I think you could probably do a better job. Just saying.
Then who is my fall guy? Responsibility is tiresome and deadly.
Well,
Do you know? Wait, what? Wait, whoa, man. Why are you saying that I would be better? Like, have you interacted with me for more than 5 minutes? Nobody wants me in charge of anything.
I didn't say you should be in charge. I just said you do a better job.
Potato, patata.
If you need a fall guy, I mean, that Dennis guy seems to be a little bit uncertain of himself.
A little teeny whiny soldier? Yeah. I'm
Not
the
quite
big,
sure of himself.
bad Agent Wolf, and I'm going to blame it on the little sheep. That's
Yeah.
gonna go over with the superiors.
Just saying if you need a fall guy. Anyway, Silas. You keep working on that neck of yours. And, I'll keep an eye out on Meulen.
Can't really peg you still. You're still as confusing as ever. Also, I need to know. What's the secret with the hair? And it's gonna be like a fade there as the conversation continues.
Did he wait? Was that what's the secret with the hair?
Yeah.
Hair care routine.
Yeah. What is his hair care routine?
What's your hair
Kira's
care
got a
routine,
lot
my
she's
guy?
got to contend with. You can bet that she's jealous.
Who does Aaron owe an apology to?
Acheron.
You.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Alright. So, you guys go to wake up Titania, and before Silas can go and wake up Allie, Titania, you say, "No."
I'll take care of it. It's fine. Get some sleep, you. I guess you deserve it. Thanks for doing all your best bodyguard work.
Well, according to Aaron, I'm doing a fan-fucking-tastic job.
Compliments.
I like it. Good night.
See ya.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn to Aaron and be like, conversation went well?
He's a fucking idiot.
Fair. You mind staying half awake for just a little while?
I'm sure I can handle that.
I might be doing something stupid. I'm gonna go find Osprey. And yeah. Titania is going to find wherever Osprey has chosen to sleep, and oh yeah, no, she's not gonna be gentle at all. She's going to violently shake Osprey awake, be like, "Get up, it's your watch. Get up."
It's gonna be a long groan, and then it's going to be a slap.
A slap?
Yeah, slap in the face.
Titania will take it. She'll be like, "Are you really that soft? Get up!"
What? No, what? Who the fuck do you think you are? I'm not taking watches. Go away.
Has the Falcon Project really gone this soft? That they produce this? You, a prissy little catty bitch who can't do anything without magic and decides to just sleep it off and not do her part of the work. Get up. Do they still have you sleep on cobblestone floors? Do they still have you sleep in moist dungeons, suffering from burns? Get up.
You're insulting me, huh? And my magic? Have a fucking taste of my magic then, bitch.
Do it. Bet. Fucking do it.
There's already gonna be light coming from her. Soul mark that is hidden. Oh my god. You woke a sleeping bear.
That was the intention.
Okay, I need you to do an intelligence cunning saving throw.
Heyo. Alright.
Maybe this is where we killed him and escape.
18. Oh, I don't want... No, this is a me thing.
Depends on how loud this gets.
That was a
it
critical
depends.
fail.
It's like, because Akron's a really light sleeper, and like, if I get exhaustion from this, that's just how it is, but that's how I built the character, and
okay.
also, it'd be like that. Also, ugh. I don't imagine many agents aren't, though, to be honest. Oh,
Okay.
That's how much shouting happens.
It's probably not high enough, honestly, because it's not
Oh,
square.
jeez.
I'm not
Guess
afraid,
mine's-
by the way.
Oh,
I have
Bexxy just had a critical one, so.
Yeah, no, the soul check. So I roll
soul.
I roll randomly for which soul I would lose.
Gotcha, okay.
Oof.
I see.
Yeah. But it makes sense. She was, she was very
You can use either, that's fine.
angry when they woke up. Oh my god, what would be her reaction now you save?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tanya, feeling the effect of this obviously hostile spell watch over her. Oh, are you going to kill me? You're going to kill me? Oh, it's almost like Irene wants me alive or something. You're really willing to probably ruin your entire mission just for the sake of your own pride. Get up and take a watch.
You wouldn't die from a little bit of me messing with your deranged brain. What purpose does this...
Pride.
You know what? I would be happy to take a watch, but with anybody in the whole fucking world than you.
Well, it's our turn.
Alright,
So
then
you're
you
gonna
take
tolerate
that
me.
part of the house and I take this part of the house.
No, we're talking.
Anyway. No, fuck you. Fuck
Tanya will
off.
follow her.
You know what? She says and kind of stomps out of her bedroll and stomps out of the house. Irene is gonna hear about that. Gonna make sure.
Good. Good. I'm so tired, okay? I'm tired of you and your people. Where do I even begin? Alright? This is nonsense. This is hopeless. If she wants me back, I can't do anything about it. So stop torturing me with this nonsense. Do you...
Oh my fucking...
What do you want? What does Miron
How
want?
can
What does
anybody
Silas
have
want?
such a tiny, puny brain to think that this has no fucking reason at all? Like, how stupid can you be? I thought there at least was something to you that you deserved to be in the Falcon Project, but I'm starting to think that Irene has lost her touch.
Evidently she has if she's trying to train you. Someone who can't even bother to be woken up at a
You don't
bothersome hour
understand
of the
a
night.
fucking thing! It's not about waking up in the night. Work spans greater than that.
How are you supposed to do anything great if you can't do something as simple as this? Are you still stuck in your noble origins? Stuck in your privilege? Who are you?
I don't have to explain myself to you. I might have if I respected you, but you've lost all of that.
Given our first interaction, I don't think you ever had any respect for me in the first place, and I have lost all respect for you. I tried to be friendly. I tried to be cooperative. But you have done nothing but be a hindrance to us. Not just us, as in me and my friends on our mission for the Queen, but a hindrance for the lot of us. For your group. You've done nothing but make sassy nonsense that does nothing for the benefit of anyone. You are literally dead weight at present. You want to
take those
prove your
words
worth?
Back.
Do some fucking magic.
I am not dead weight.
Do some fucking magic. Do it. Do it.
You're not gonna do this out of me. I already know that I'm better than you.
Do it. You're
you
dead
have
weight.
Not gotten up to the advanced classes that I have. You have no fucking idea what's in my repertoire.
Dead weight. Worthless.
If anyone here is worthless as you think I'm a spoiled brat? You're the fucking spoiled brat. You ran away because things got hard. Because they hurt your little small feelings, huh? Couldn't handle the pressure, huh?
I ran away because it was the right thing to do, and I have more dignity and
keep
pride than to roll over like a fucking dog.
Keep telling yourself that. Instead, you lost out on the mystery of your lifetime. I pity you, Titania. I sympathize for you. For somebody who couldn't handle the pressure and then lost a treasure of the world. Well, that's that. The story of the sad fucking life of Titania Canalux. And now you're gonna be used, abused, and then, you know, thrown to the side. Just how it is.
Who's being used and abused right now? Tell me, who's being used and abused at the present moment?
Do I even need to say it? Who is the prisoner in this situation? Who has your entire family in their little palm of their hand? It ain't me.
Who's the one who's just going along with orders?
You know, if you did this correctly, you could have actually asked to get out of the project, and there probably would have been a yes. I could get out of it if I want to. But
Things have evidently changed then.
But I have the gall to stay around, and I could handle the pressure, and I was given a choice, and this is what I want. Now can you stop bothering me, you mousy little mosquito?
I've learned what I need to. Enjoy the dawn light.
It's just like a finger. She kind of crawls up the porch with her hands around her knees, looking a little bit small.
That's all.
Is it worth it?
Oh, Aaron?
Or you asked him to stay up?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, yes. Out of character? Absolutely, that was exactly what I wanted. But Titania will just kind of like stand, arms crossed, leaning against the edge of the house.
Is there a reason why you wanted me to stay up a little longer? Or just to witness you having a little cat fight?
In case she actually bothered to attack me. Not that she wouldn't take that risk.
Bold move, Titania.
Had to try something, didn't I?
As did I. Hopefully the rest of your watch isn't as eventful. But feel free to shout out if you need my assistance. I'll be over there.
Good night, Aaron.
Until the dawn, Titania.
Wow. And And in the background, Miron settles into sleep as well. Has he been awake, listening to this whole thing?
Let's say, who didn't that wake up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we were all awake, kind of.
You're just like waiting there,
out,
like
just
sleeping,
go
just
down.
listening.
Yeah. Yep. That was the
Everyone's
intention.
definitely grinning in the dark, though.
Everyone's
That was the entire intention was to get everybody to hear that. You know, that's why she was loud.
Right.
Like Acheron just has like this like proud grin, turns back over to go back to sleep.
And
definite respect.
as everyone settles back into sleep, knowing that there probably won't be more to this little fight, and as Titania and Osprey at different parts around the house watches the slow coming of dawn, we're going to end tonight's episode. Or curse. Not the curse. Fuck. The curse, we always say the wrong thing.
The curse of the ancients return.
Just ancients return.